Here is the loadout.
Oh, DM.
Okay, I can
It's
work
like-
with that.
I don't know any of the pictures of. Is that flamethrower?
Oh, boy,
That
fiend.
is flamethrower.
That's pretty bad.
That is the bad one.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. I was really hoping that there would be an easy pillar skip with Ion Surge, but
Yeah.
no dice.
You thought you were gonna have it easy here? Funny joke. Tell me another.
Yeah, you sadly don't have
I'm-
any immediately easy built-in pillar skips here.
I knew I should have practiced Void Fiend. This is gonna be interesting.
So you'll copy and paste this.
Wow.
What do you do?
CPAP for life.
Mason, what's wrong with you?
What? Okay, so I was just putting in a lot of random stuff, right?
Wait, I
was
clicked submit, but nothing happened.
Mason,
It
it's
should-
too
it
late.
should
We're
have
gonna
changed
cook
the
you.
numbers down there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we can just click back once you've submitted.
Yeah, it looks like Ash, you might have done it wrong somehow. Oh no, you're good now. You're good.
No, Mason, there's no
Nice.
getting out of this. Explain yourself.
What? Okay, I was just like thinking. I was thinking about that like old like Japanese thing, like the I think it's like the Korobozu, like the black monk that like hovers over you in your sleep and sucks out your air while you're sleeping.
What?
Oh, Dementors. Yeah.
Dementor, yeah, I mean they kind of do something.
Yeah.
They do the same thing.
Not while you're sleeping, but yeah, I mean, it's similar. Anyway, they like hover over you in your sleep, suck out your air, and I'm like, man, that sounds terrible. I don't want my air sucked. And I'm like, but I feel like there was a lot of thoughts in the middle of there of like, but isn't sucking just like blowing? I think I would hate more someone blowing air into my lungs while I'm sleeping. That sounds way worse. And then I just started thinking like, what's up?
That's just what your mask does.
It is, but I don't want someone else's air in my lungs. I'm okay with my mask doing it because it's just a machine. I don't want someone else's breath in my lungs. And then I was like, if I had to choose, I would probably prefer doing the sucking of someone else's air, and that's the one that I got the code on.
Wait, so question. Could you have just given us the string of numbers to submit, or did you have to give us, I would much rather be sucking someone's air?
100% could have given you the numbers.
Okay, just making sure.
Alright, so, once again, any questions before we get started?
Where are all the reds?
Any other
I-
questions?
Can I get a yellow before stage 3?
On Scorched Acres, and again, feel free to like pause and look at the list of maps, for example. Like in the middle of your run. Try not to pause too often though; it'll mess up all like the synced up timers. But you know you can pause if you need to. On stage 3, Scorched Acres, there is a MRF printer, a molten perforator printer. However, I've looked into it. There is no way to get a yellow anywhere on stage 1, 2, or 3.
Which, sorry, this is in the first run.
This is on Void Fiend, yes.
Okay.
So you will definitively, like, you will find it. It'll be, like, right next to where you spawn in on Scorched Acres. You will not be able to use it, so... But the worst part is there's a ton of equipment barrels on that stage. So you might be tempted to like try to purchase all of them to see if you can get something out of it, to try to get like a hunter tricorn. I'm just gonna warn you right now, it is not there. There's not one there at all.
Okay.
Alright.
There still might be other good items to pick up in those, so you know, feel free to go through them in your own discretion. But if you're like desperate looking for Hunter's Tricorn so that you can get access to that, I will tell you there is not one on that stage or any stage prior.
I just realized how few of these stages, like, there's a lot of new stages, and I don't think I have any experience with any of them. So this is gonna go great.
Oh, good. All right. Once again, any questions?
Nope.
Ethan,
No, I'm good.
Ashley,
No.
That.
okay, cool. Alex.
Wait, here's a question. Should I have any questions?
You've already failed because the answer was no.
Fuck.
Wow, wow.
Alex, any questions from you?
No.
All right. Then I don't think I need to do like any sort of intro to this. I'm just gonna upload it with nonsense. It's really just for you guys. But for any random moaf showing up in this video for no reason, welcome to the Loadout's Little Leagues. Where normally like speedrunners do this on Eclipse 8, we have a bunch of people who barely play the game. Some of them barely play in Monsoon, some of them only play in multiplayer, some of them don't even have all the characters unlocked.
Some of them have an unhealthy obsession with command.
Some of them only play in Command, even when they do play with those other things. None of them play on Eclipse, and therefore we're playing in Monsoon.
Oh, I can turn command on.
Yeah, but you don't do that.
Yeah.
Disqualified.
Ignore the fact that I have 10% health while I turn glass on.
We have in the top left, we have Jacob. Jacob, you are also streaming elsewhere if you want to plug yourself.
Twitch.tv/Tandronge. Probably don't know how to spell that, but it'll be in the video, so.
Yeah, I'll put a link. We have in the top right, we have Ethan, who
Hello, I don't play this game.
who does not play this game all that often. Or actually, so that's the bottom right is yeah, the bottom right is Ethan. My bad. No wait. Oh, it's just not saying it properly. Oh, they're down here. No, do over. Take one. This is the first take, obviously. Top left, Jacob. Already talked about all that. I'll just cut it in. It'll be great. Top right, Ethan. Just like I said, even though I'm redoing it. Bottom left, Cayden, who a little bit of sibling rivalry here. Brother of Ethan.
Older.
The older brother. Very important.
Really important. Must know that.
Everyone should know. And then we have in the bottom right, Ashley, who,
Hello.
if I'm uploading this on our old YouTube channel, some of you may know.
Probably not.
The 6 of you who, for some reason, forgot that you were subscribed to us.
Shut up.
And then I myself am Mason, WaterGuardian97, and we will be, myself and Alex, commentating over all of this, watching what they do. Notably, Alex and I are freaks who both have over 1,000 hours in this game. Alex plays on a ton of really difficult modded versions. I play on Eclipse 8, so we actually would know what we're doing, and that's why we're going to commentate over it, so that it's fair and interesting, and we know what's going to be going on. I have all of the information about all of the seeds and runs they're going to be doing, and so I'll be able to comment on what they've missed, what might have happened, and see what changes between them. Is everyone ready?
Ready.
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 All right. Ready, set, launch.
Hello. For anyone watching the stream currently, we're doing a Risk of Rain 2 race. Normally this is done on a much higher difficulty, but we are doing baby mode. Playing random seeds, random everything.
We're throwing dark, so we already have a banner. Sarcasm.
but I am certainly a slow player under normal circumstances. Okay, that's big. Notably, everybody has the same items. So... that can change a lot. Or, more so, I just got a great item. Everybody else is probably going to get a great item.
We have some interesting things here immediately. It looks like Jacob so far is the only one that has found the symbiotic scorpion on stage 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Cayden has made the very interesting decision to pick up a corrupted band. I think is a bold move. There are benefits to having a band as Void Fiend, but a corrupted band is never great.
Mm-hmm. If I recall correctly, his 2 in either form can proc bands.
Yes, that is
Seems like
correct. Ooh, Jacob is doing a good bit of full looting here and has managed to also find a pillar skip. I'm definitely worried for everyone else if they don't manage to find everything.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley is looking in dire straits here, possibly managing to maintain life. Ashley may have rushed the teleporter a little earlier than she should have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
The
she
contestants
is-
are going to have to make use of their non-corrupted healing if they end up not finding any good healing items.
Right. Oh, you hate to see it. Ashley has taken a death on stage 1.
Hey, get out of here. Oh! Oh, there's something.
Ooh.
I was definitely worried about that. Ashley has a tendency to rush, and she seems to have just thrown herself into it immediately. She's not healing for some reason at all.
Mm-hmm.
She's just relying on the damage, but she's not doing enough to take out the Titan. I think she had a good chance if she could have gotten past stage 1, but I think she is currently losing a lot of momentum here. I can...
Oh, it seems like Ethan also died at some point.
True, I did not notice that one. Let's turn up Ashley for a second to see if there's any responses going on. Whoa, boy.
That could have been bad.
Ashley almost got a second death there.
Well, it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
This is just my life now. I'm just here.
Seems like Kate's thinking about picking up the benthic bloom.
It's a bad idea, kid. Don't do it.
That is a very interesting item. I was not certain what was going to be done with that.
Mm-hmm. But it looks like Kate's going for the teleporter now.
Cayden seems to have found some bleed that no one else has found yet either, which is going to be really helpful for this character.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob is struggling a little bit. He's very low on health. Just keeping himself alive with that with those brooches that he's got.
Mm-hmm. Seems like people are unfamiliar with the Void Fiend's healing mechanic, or just don't want to use it for some reason.
Yeah, I'm definitely noticing that. Well, we are here in the little leagues. It seems like no one is really on the same page. Everyone's just letting themselves transform when they're at very low health.
Oh, and there goes Ethan's second revive.
Yep.
A lot of blind pests.
Is there a world where we pop in and remind them that they can heal?
I think it'd be fine to let them know, to remind them the usages of Void Fiend's abilities.
Yeah, looks like Jacob just took a death as well. That's rough. And he picked up the bloom. But he is first to leave the stage. So at this point, as long as Cayden maintains a steady course, he's in a great position. You can see Ashley just staring at this benthic bloom, considering her options. And went with it.
Insane.
That's wild. We're gonna see. We did get something here. We got Jacob.
2 laser scopes and 2 wisp jars.
For some reason, Jacob sent me a message. Yeah, he got laser scopes. No crit at the moment. It's gonna be harder to hold on to crit because of that. Cayden's doing a bit of extra looting, which I think is questionable. I'm gonna go ahead and pop in and remind all of them really quick. I think, have we seen Jacob do healing?
I don't think I saw him do healing. If he did, we definitely missed it. Otherwise, I think he just forgot about it.
Okay, I'm gonna head and pop in and just tell everyone individually then. Jacob, I have your volume down. Hold on. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What's
Cool.
up?
Just popping in to remind you, some players seemingly forgot entirely that Void Fiend has a healing option. I don't know if you did as well.
don't understand how it functions, honestly. I know it exists.
Whenever your charge is over 25% in your base non-transform form, you can use it to heal 25% of your health.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know that. I'm going to let everyone else know that, since some people seem to have forgotten.
I also, when we undeafen, we can hear everybody, so watch out for that, I guess.
You can hear everyone right now?
Yeah, I just heard someone talk about fireworks.
Okay, yeah, it seems like you should mute everyone's stream when you get the chance.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Alright.
And Ethan also picked up the bloom.
Yeah, I'm over that bloom, that's crazy. Ethan, just popping in to remind you, I'm not sure if you were doing it or not, but just to remind you that you have the ability to heal as that character by default.
Yes, I was not thinking about that at the time. I definitely took the benthic bloom. I can also hear other people's streams while you're talking to me still.
Yeah, you should go in and mute them, like pull up the image of their streams and mute them when you get the opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and deafen you again, just remind you that.
Okay.
Cayden, when you get the chance, go ahead and pause your game and let me talk to you.
Okay.
Could you go open up the streams of everyone and mute all of them?
And mute all of them?
Yeah, when I undeafen you, you'll be able to hear them. So try not to look at everyone's stuff. It's awkward. This first stage is we'll have to figure this out. This is our first time doing this, so it'll happen.
What do you want me to do though?
When I undeafen you, you'll be able to hear everyone's streams. So I need you to just open up all of the streams and right-click on them and mute them, or turn down the stream volume, because then you'll be able to hear everyone.
I can already hear their voices. Is that the important part?
Yeah, even though you can hear all of them, you have to turn down their user volume or mute them. I'll just server mute everyone. That's what I'll do.
Oh, or mute them. Muting them mutes their audio too? Is that fine?
Yeah. Do you hear any of them right now?
Not right now because they're server muted, I think.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I also wanted to pop in to remind you, it's just because a lot of people forgot, you do have the ability as this character as by default to heal yourself when you're over 25% health. It seems like several other people forgot that, and so I just wanted to give a general reminder to everyone.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Good luck.
Oh.
Okay, it seems like
Checking their
Ashley
streams?
just did it a couple times, so she definitely knows.
Yes, well, Cayden, I've just moved on to muting everyone, so you should be fine. You shouldn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Ashley just fell to her death.
She took fall damage and died?
I think she took fall damage, dropped to 1, and then got beamed by the Titan.
That's brutal.
Making it
Ashley-
look like she died to fall damage.
Oh, she just healed herself, so she knows she can. I'll pop in a reminder just in case, anyway.
Sounds good.
Ashley, we can hear you. You can hear us.
Sure.
Just popping in to remind you. I think I saw you do it a second ago, but it seems like a couple people forgot, and so I'm giving everyone the reminder that Void Fiend has the ability to heal themselves by default.
No, I got that.
Cool. Just like I said, I think I saw you do it a second ago. Some people definitely forgot, and I felt it only made sense to remind everyone simultaneously if I could.
That makes sense.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Yeah, things are looking rough out there. So we're definitely noticing something here too, is that people have picked up benthic bloom. So their immediately builds are diverging because of that. Like everyone's supposed to have the same items, but because everyone's got benthic blooms, their items are being further randomized to a stage that we don't have accounted for.
Do the mods also have a fixed table for Bloom?
They don't seem to. I mean, especially because it's because everyone has different items. That means their items get randomized differently. You know, because even though everyone has the same pool of items, not everyone finds every item. Speaking of which, it looks like Ashley missed the symbiotic scorpion. She's the only one. No wonder she struggled so much in that boss fight just now. I was worried about that. In a test run we did, Ashley was really struggling with timing, where she was just rushing way too much.
This may come back to cause her to take the loss.
No, I'm definitely thinking that she won't be taken first. Cayden's in a good position. He's the only one who hasn't died, but he doesn't have a pillar skip. He's also the only one who didn't pick up a bloom. So we'll see how much it pays off for everyone. Like, Jacob just ended up with 2 brilliant behemoths.
Between that and the jars, he's going to have excellent crowd control, though the boss damage is going to be probably a little rough.
Yeah, but I suppose this very first one is just going to have to be a learning experience for everyone. And, I mean, it's, you know, this is literally the first time we've ever done this. It's not going to be perfect, and that's fine. This very first one is on a character that has nothing randomized about them, because there's no alternative items, so we're just going to see how it plays, even if, you know, it doesn't always track perfectly. Ooh, Ashley found that really gross shop there that has just 2 equipment in it instead. It's a real waste of money on that.
What's your go-to with Prize of Chance? Like, how would you interact with them? Personally, I hit them twice and then I'm done with them no matter what.
If I'm doing full looting, I'll almost always try my best to still go. I'll double back to them, but I'm not fully committed to them usually. There's not a lot on that stage. Wetland Aspects has very little on it, so people who have left it are already in a good position to not commit to it for too long. Real waste there. Interestingly, Cayden has opted to stick with a radar scanner. Ethan ended up with a couple of also really powerful reds, it looks like. Ashley managed to get herself some crit. Seems like everyone found that except Ethan, unless it got upgraded and I missed it. This run is going to be very interesting. We're seeing Cayden take quite a while to get off the stage. Which again, he has some room because he's the only one who hasn't died, but he can't stick around too long.
He'll lose the advantage if he doesn't pick up the pace at least a little bit.
Right. Now in Scorched Acres, I let all the players know, maybe some of you at home were watching and saw that there is a Murph printer, Molten Perforator printer, chilling around on the stage. However, we've done some looking around the seeds. There is physically no way that they could have ended up with a yellow item anywhere on these first 3 stages. So sadly, that is just a dead printer. And
Actually, finally getting off the swamp.
Oh, good. Yeah, sticking around the stage is not a great idea. There's not a lot on this stage. There's actually... This character has a big boon that they have a great kit that doesn't require a lot of items. But according to my log of all the items on the stages, there just aren't a lot of great items on the first 2 stages. Or the second and third stage. The first stage has some great ones that some of them got, some of them did not.
Seems Ash's Benthic Boom played off. Just got 2 spare drone parts and a
Wow! No, that is no joke. And she picked up a couple of drones early on. Cayden.
That's definitely gonna be big.
Yo, for sure. It's truly, this very first one is just a toss-up at this point to see who gets the best red rolls. And can handle the absolutely guttered movement speed they get from it. If Ashley's lucky, she'll hold on to that feather, too. That would be a real boon if she could hold on to that up for the Mithrix fight. 1 feather just basically mitigates 90% of Mithrix attacks. There's that Murph printer on Ash's screen on the bottom right. Opted for a stun grenade. I think that was fine.
Excellent
Good
use of the base.
equipment. That was very good. We love to see that.
Well, if there's one thing Kate doesn't have to worry about, it's damage, because he is shredding anything that has a health bar.
Oh, absolutely. He's the only one who's not giving up any items here, so he's still consistent. I think in my opinion, the correct call for this particular loadout is to just take the Symbiotic Scorpion and then go pretty quick from there on out. If you take the Symbiotic Scorpion, you get some good multiplicative damage increasers like the Focus Crystal, and the Lens Makers. And with those alone, and the Symbiotic Scorpion, your transformed primary should be able to shred Mithrix. But we're seeing some res that could really turn things around on some of these people. Ooh, Jacob accidentally wasting his elixir there, but he does get a gas out of it, which is pretty big. He doesn't have a lot of... he does have 2 Will-O-Wisps. He's probably fine. Oh, replacing his elixir immediately. Ashley can just get
It seems like the Lysate cell doesn't really positively benefit Void Fiend too much.
Not at all.
In my opinion.
No, I fully agree. Did Jacob pick up a Lysate? That's crazy.
Yeah. Most he gets out of is, like, increased base Void Corruption.
Right.
Still a bit hard to watch Ethan's point of view. I'm not sure why his is so choppy.
Same thing, yeah. His settings are definitely not turned all the way down, so I'm not sure what's up with that. But I'm sure, I mean, it's still recognizable. And if he's experiencing some choppy play there, that's going to be rough for him. We'll have to look into some alternative options in the future. Maybe we can find something for next run. Ashley also finding the gas. Boss damage would have been a perfectly acceptable pickup, especially when she already has a ton of AoE options. I think in her case with the daggers and the spare drone parts, I probably would have just gone for the boss damage to help kill Mithrix faster. I'm expecting Ash to pick up that Lysate Cell purely because it's a void item, and she does.
Mm-hmm.
I think...
Seems like Jacob just hit stage 4, the depths. He's got 2 ukes off of his benthic bloom.
that can be powerful. It's going to be way better if you can find a way to corrupt that later. There's a couple of pretty good items on this stage. Notably, for those of them who picked up a Lysate Cell, the Fuel Cell will be wasted on them. But there is also a band on the stage, which anyone who picked up a corrupted band is also going to be feeling the hurt. So, we're doing this. A couple of those Void items, I think they just instinctively picked up because they're Void items on Void Fiend. But I think we'll find here that there was definitely better options. Ooh, that watch is a strong pick, but Cayden goes for the movement speed, which is not incorrect. He's really kind of hurting on movement right now. Ashley is struggling.
Ashley dropped into single digits health.
She needs to get out of there and recover a bit of health. We see Ethan has managed to move on. Ethan, disgustingly, has transformed one of his items into a 57-leaf clover, which further corrupted. So now he's doubling the number of items getting corrupted every stage.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely going to be loaded with reds, but we'll see how that plays out by the Mithrix fight.
Yep. There's that ignition tank. I'm wondering if anyone's going to go back for it and pick up gas. Probably not necessary for most of them. You're definitely... I think at the end of the day, this race is going to come down to Jacob in the top left and Cayden in the bottom left. Those two are both in pretty decent positions. Jacob just making very good time, but having a death under his belt. Ooh, but we're maybe about to see one from Cayden. Okay, good. He pulled out that heal at the last second. That was close. Cayden has no deaths, but is taking his time, which could pay out in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be struggling with these last 2 guys, though, wherever they are.
Found that band, and he didn't take corrupted bands, so we'll see if he manages to keep it. That band could be a very good source of damage. Would you have picked up that benthic bloom?
I think I would have skipped on the benthic bloom. There's just too... It just throws too many wrenches in the plans. Like, the bands by default could allow a skip on Mithrix's final phase, so turning them into corrupted bands would have not been good, or turning them into something else entirely.
Exactly. We actually see the Kojaro's band is a drop from that boss there. So the corrupted bands and the corrupted 57-leaf clover both have the possibility of ruining the phase 4 skip. Now, I will say, we're playing... Everyone here is not necessarily a high-level, like, speedrunner or anything. Neither of us are really speedrunners in our own right. We're more full looters on high difficulty. But we know some... at least I know some good skips and some high-level, like, speedrun gameplay if I, pay attention. But really all I'm saying is I don't necessarily expect these guys to know how to consistently get the Phase 4 skip, even if they have it.
Speaking of Phase 4 skips, seems Ash just rolled into, what is that, Head Stompers? So if she's aware of the new skip,
the host skip?
Using just Head Stompers.
Yeah.
So if she's aware of it, she has the option.
I think she is technically aware of it. I think we talked about it not too long ago. Though I don't think she'll end up using it. I don't think... She has never done it before, and she's only seen me do it once before. So I highly expect it not to work.
Cade also picking up the Lysate Cell.
There's some interesting thoughts going on around here. Jacob going ahead and getting out of dodge. And noticeably, I will say, I think Jacob's in a good position. Cayden is taking his time, still not leaving Scorched Acres. And Jacob also has the pillar skip. Jacob getting an Aegis.
Huge. If that works with his 4, that could be kind of big. Also,
Yeah,
that's
it could
plenty
be
of
something.
control.
I mean, this is Monsoon, not Eclipse 8, so they do get like somewhat substantial healing from that. Is there anything interesting on this stage? There's a recycler that they could use to maybe roll a couple of better items. I know there's a brain stalks, and I know, actually, I'm curious if anyone goes into it. There is a syringe printer on this stage.
Ooh, now that could be big. If Cayden's a little bit lucky with that syringe printer when he gets to it, he could stack some serious bleed and some hurt on enemies.
Oh yeah, he's already shredding things if he managed to keep it. Ooh,
Ooh.
being saved by that. Almost going down, though. Healing back up. He should be fine. If he can get another transformation and he can just shred this Dune Strider. Getting himself into a nice position there. That's very nice. Be a little careful.
Intentionally or otherwise, utilizing jumps to force the enemy to miss, because if I recall correctly, enemies tend to aim where you're going rather than where you're at.
Oh yeah, they and just in general, enemies do not know how to deal with height in this game. They should really get out of reach of this. I mean, well, he's just kind of shredding him. He's just taking it. Ooh, we seem to have seen Ethan go for the red, which is a happiest mask. Never worth it to go for the red there. Instead of all the other items. He did actually scrap one of his reds, interestingly, so we'll see if that pays off on the final stage.
Seems Jacob dodged a bullet by not opening the gold chest then.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's very rarely worth it to spend all that time and money. Cayden, we are seeing still on Scorched Acres. I gave them a warning not to rush too much, but I think Cayden is failing a little bit to find that middle ground. I think Jacob is the one who seems to have the best grasp of the timing required to pull out the win. It's just a shame he took that death so early.
And using what we just saw on Jacob's screen, if Ash can get the quail and keep it from being corrupted, she could just have free pass into Mithrix.
That's true. She actually has the pillar skips already, though. That's actually a good point. We said that earlier. We're kind of dumb, aren't we? She already has the pillar skip from another source.
Ah, yeah. It just has base.
Looks like Ethan, interestingly, has the least items by far, but is actually not making bad time, if not for his several deaths at the beginning. Oh, you hate to see it. Jacob took another death there from a parent, it looks like. I wonder how he's feeling about that. Let's see if we can get a little bit of something or other from him here. Unmuting him for a little bit to see if he has any reactions here. He might just be entering focus mode here.
Indeed.
Yeah, that parent is coming for him. He wants him dead.
The elite bells are also not helping him.
No. Oh, we saw Dio's save Ethan just now, it looks like. From another death. Yeah, Cayden is an interesting spot. He's taking such a
Just a
slow
little
pace.
quick looting and then we leave.
Ooh, okay. We got a little bit of dialogue there from Jacob. Forgot to unmute him. Again, Jacob has that good has a sense for this. In later stages, you can definitely take your time. At those brain stocks, later stages you can take a little bit more time to loot after killing the boss, because you just make so much money so much quicker. But yeah, I think something that's maybe almost tainting Cayden's run a little bit is that he has had that radar scanner this entire time, which means he's just seen all the items and makes him not want to leave without picking some of them up. Fungus. As long as that doesn't get corrupted, he's fine. The old guillotine, I don't know if that was the pick there. Ethan is... I'm just so impressed with Ethan, honestly. It's a shame he died so early. He has so few items, and yet is doing surprisingly well, like, time-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley has now entered the grandparent fight as well, almost back-to-back with Ethan. They also have, I think, the same number of kills for deaths. Oh, no, Ashley might have one more.
We'll see if that needle stick pays off for Ash.
Looks like they both have 3. I guess we had Ethan paused for a little bit. Ooh, Ethan's getting stuck there. Oh, yeah, he got himself caught in a corner there. That was a shame. Ashley needs to get out of range of the sun attack. She is really risking it by staying in range. Okay, she entered a bit of an invulnerability there. She is getting obliterated. She needs to use her shift to stave off the damage. And she does, just barely. That was really close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll see if Jacob goes straight forward. He didn't get a chance to scrap anything on the previous stage, so he's going straight for Mithrix. One of Jacob's least favorite interactions in the game is the Bottled Chaos activating a volcanic egg. He got that right then as he was trying to get to the top. Should we see Ethan take another death? That's a shame. Oh, he's racking them up now. He needs to enter corrupted form and just wipe out this grandparent. Oh, and he's got 4 corrupted bands. Those are not helping his damage. We're seeing more deaths in this than I thought. I definitely expected to see some deaths here or there, but I'm seeing a lot more than I suspected. Jacob?
And Ethan taking another death.
Yeah, that's got to be hurting the mental. I think we're at this point expecting Ethan to come out on bottom, but I don't think he's out of it, and I think he's gonna learn a lot from this.
Yeah, it seems Ethan's just racking up deaths now.
Yeah, he's got to be hurting on the mental a little bit. I'm curious if he has anything to be saying over there. I'm curious about the plan.
That's okay. It's not paying attention, I guess.
Oh gosh, yep, yeah. You can hear him getting a little frustrated. That's definitely gonna hurt the mental. Yeah, got hit by that guy again. That's rough. The Planula is a good pickup for survival, but giving it to Mithrix can be dangerous if you don't have a skip.
Come on.
Ugh, right on the way out.
Oh.
Another death.
Things are not going well.
No, I'm worried for their future games. You gotta hope they recover and move on to the next game.
Mm.
We're seeing Cayden way in the back time-wise. Or, like, stage-wise.
Stage-wise, yeah.
Time-wise, still looking fine, though. No deaths.
Mm-hmm. Jacob just now passing first phase of Mithrix, moving to the mob phase.
Which can be dangerous if you don't have a good setup for it.
Mm-hmm. If he doesn't get some cover, the flying chimeras might just get him.
The wisp chimeras will rip you to asunder. Actually getting another spare drone parts. Sadly, she only has 2 drones to take with her into the fight, though.
Mm-hmm. Good thing it gives you a drone buddy to begin with, otherwise it might not be as effective.
Right. Looks like everyone has a pillar skip now except for Cayden. So we might still see Jacob pull out the win if Cayden... I mean, Cayden hasn't even activated the teleporter on this stage yet.
Mm-hmm.
He is really taking his time. Again, I mean, if anything, he's going to learn from this that pays off, you know? He's not dying. If he can maintain his lives while fighting Mithrix, he'll be in a great position.
Mm-hmm.
Ashley had a lot of practice fighting Mithrix, so we'll see how that pays off. Phase 3 is still always really dangerous, so we'll kind of see how that works. But she did have a lot of practice in the previous stages. Cayden doing a bit of scrapping, always good.
seems like Nate's getting into a fight with the locals on the moon instead of trying to press a skip or just trying to find a good opportunity to.
That's a good point, yeah. Ooh, Ashley taking a big hit.
I'm not hitting him.
Interesting. Ethan must be going for the pools. He's got a couple of reds turned. I mean, he just doesn't have any items. He has exclusively reds, no movement speed. He is going to be struggling. The one thing, if you pick up a benthic bloom, that just means you have to get lots of items to dilute your pool so far down so that you're not getting all of your important items shifted. Jacob taking a death. I didn't even see what got him there. Was it just a shockwave?
It was. I think it was a shockwave. I wasn't looking either, but it was almost certainly a shockwave, or maybe just Mythic Slam followed by a couple shots from the orbs.
Yeah. Jacob talks a very big game in his fights with Mithrix, always saying that he never dies to Mithrix's pizza attack. Which, to be fair, he has managed to avoid getting killed by that specifically, I think. This is phase 3 for him. He's not doing poorly at all. I expect a couple of more deaths from Ethan at this stage. Again, he's just really lacking like movement speed and healing. He's even got double healing, he just can't do anything with it. Ooh, gosh. Jacob getting hit with another shockwave, almost going down.
I think Ash just entered the mob phase as well. Not too far behind.
Yeah, Ashley's making good real time, for sure. If she hadn't taken those deaths early, she'd be in an amazing position. In the practice runs we did, she did the exact same thing, where she early on took a couple of deaths, and that just doomed her for the run. Cayden, basically full looting, still in the abyssal depths.
Alright, here comes final phase with Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob did not. Oh, he's actually getting really far away, which is an interesting call. Probably should have just taken that damage at the start to make sure he was ready to fight Mithrix. Because he's got some dangerous reds. And Jacob gave him the planula. That's what I was worried about. Okay, that's huge. Jacob picked up that symbiotic scorpion right then. That's going to really help. Start whittling him down quicker. Cayden got the happiest mask thanks to his full looting. Ashley making good use of her head stompers. Took out one of the guys there. That was pretty cool.
Ethan happened to take another death while we weren't looking.
Oh, damn. 11 deaths. Oh, no. Poor guy. He is definitely the least experienced one here. So it definitely is reasonable. You know, we're seeing Jacob finish up the Mithrix fight. Ashley seems to have managed to avoid getting any more deaths. Her practice is really paying off on this Mithrix fight at phase 3. This is where Jacob took 2 of his deaths, and Ashley's doing very well at it right now. She actually, if Jacob had taken 1 more death, she could have pulled out a win against him. They actually ended up very close. Oh gosh.
Seems like he found a red to white printer, Ethan. Let's see what it is.
Oh really? Red white printer. Didn't see it.
Looked like it wasn't a really relevant item, and
Oh, Ashley took a death. That's so sad. She wasn't quite. She was just under beating Jacob anyway. But they actually, she ended up very close there for a moment. Yeah, I mean, if Ashley had to take those deaths in the very beginning and only taken deaths during the Mithrix fight, assuming she should take more here, she would be in second place, no question. So Jacob's saying
More carefully this time.
oh, it seems like. Oh, can he make it back?
Oh, did he?
It looks like Ethan goofed the skip. He's falling back down.
What skip did he? Oh, he used the wrong.
The base skip.
Oh, that's
I think
awkward.
he didn't aim it properly.
That's fair.
And it seems like he didn't use the red to white printer. Seems like it was probably a bad white.
That's fair. That's fair. It looks like Jacob is
Ooh,
actually
hey.
done.
I'm still deafened.
Yep,
But I
so-
see I'm unmuted.
Yep. So we're gonna bring him in here. Hello, Jacob.
Hey.
How do you think that went?
Poor. I made some poor choices.
You definitely made some interesting choices early on. I will say you're in a great position to end up in second.
Hmm. Interesting.
You can check out the streams if you'd like. You can watch them with us here.
Yeah.
We're seeing that I think Ashley was fully prepared to actually manage to beat you if she didn't take several deaths on stage 1.
Hmm.
On stage 1, she took 3 deaths, and if she ended with only 3 deaths against Mithrix, because you also ended up with 3 deaths by the end of it, she might have ended up actually beating you.
Cade taking
but-
his first death to Imp Overlords.
That's rough. And Cayden, you might be seeing here, is miles behind everyone else, which is very interesting. But he has not died until just now. So
He's
if
just
he
been
can get
taking
it
his
into high
time.
gear, he might still be able to pull out the first place.
Yeah, I stopped at an hour, so it really depends. Happiest mask, interesting. Took singularity. Lysate cells are a mistake, right?
Absolutely a mistake. You get nothing from lysate cells.
I feel like I could still have it.
I think it's definitely possible. I think it relies on Cade messing it up though.
I feel like the Benthic Bloom made my run the most interesting.
Yeah, we actually saw both both other players aside from Cayden picking the Benthic Bloom as well, which I am blown away by. We see, I think, an important part of this too is that Ashley picked up the Benthic Bloom
I
and
got a second Benthic Bloom.
and ended up with the second one. They actually both did. The problem is, they both took the Benthic Bloom. You did as well. Ethan ended up with a definitive issue that he did not loot long enough, and so ended up with almost
Oh, he has
exclusively
nothing,
reds. So he's in a rough
has-
position.
Yeah. Might take some more deaths to Mithrix. That's a laggy stream.
Yeah, it's not great. We'll see if we can maybe look into more. I don't think his settings are all the way down. He swore to death that all his settings were turned to minimums, but it doesn't look like it to me.
I wish my viewers could see this, but they'll see the video.
Yeah, he's just hit 100-minute mark on his run, Ethan.
48 minutes. I think I might have a chance.
I think
Yeah, that
you
means
do too.
Cade has to go in and beat Mithrix and then exit out in, like, what, less than 10 minutes?
I mean, Cayden has plenty of damage. He just needs to rush the teleporter right now.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time plinking away a grandparent.
Yeah, on stage 1, he picked up a radar scanner and has been using it to basically full loot every stage.
And he's still this fast. I guess that's just note how he's avoiding deaths.
But yeah, oh yeah. Ashley's just about finished up. Ashley's looking for a good 3rd place position here. Go ahead and bring her in as well.
I did botch the Mithrix skip.
Oh, with the bands. Yeah, you actually kept the
Yeah.
bands, which is interesting. Ashley, how do you feel?
Bad.
You're looking like you're going to end up in 3rd place, if I had to guess.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ethan is struggling. You two both picked up Benthic Bloom, but he didn't loot very much at all, so all of his items are red. And so he has no movement speed and no healing.
He can't kill the Lunar Chimeras, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance he's just going to end up in last, and there's not... The worst part is we can't pull him. We can't quite pull him out because Cayden's still going. And Cayden, again, very interestingly, did not decide he needed to rush. I mean, he's just taking his time. He is the least deaths by far, though, so it might pay off.
Yeah, I say that might be the strat.
Yeah, I think
You're
it's
having
going
a
to
lot
end
of
up...
movement speed, which is nice.
I didn't even see that printer on there, honestly. I know that there's a syringe printer on this map, but I did not honestly know that printer was there. I just missed it.
I took no time to scrap.
There weren't a lot of great scrappers.
I feel like I still am in the running.
I
'cause
agree.
He doesn't have skips.
No, yeah, he's also the only one who didn't pick out the pillar skip. So yeah, I think you're gonna pull out the win here, Jacob. I think you're gonna get first. It's a shame. I think Cayden, if he had come here and rush immediately, he could have ended up in first by a long
Well,
shot.
he's fighting two grandparents. He must.
I mean,
He's at a
he's starting to fight
farther
much
along
later.
point than me. Yeah.
Yeah. Ethan,
I mean, Des, did you have Ashley?
6.
Oh, nice. I had 3.
yeah,
I had 3 until I got Mithrix.
Yeah, you both took 3 deaths against Mithrix, I think. Actually, no, Jacob, you took 2.
I took 1 to Mithrix.
Oh, did you die twice early on? I mean, you did die on stage 1, but you
Yes.
died somewhere else early, I think.
Yeah. He's not even filling the teleporter. I think it's in the bag.
Yeah, he's just really taking his time. It's very interesting. I think he might have had to run because it was... No, it's not low enough health. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he kind of
he's
transformed and then
looking-
just ran away from the boss.
I think he doesn't like the altered form. He also took singularity bands, which is likely a mistake.
Oh yeah, no, singularity bands. I think a couple of you just instinctively took void items because you're voidling, or not voidling, void fiend. But lysate cell and
Oh, he might burn to
vans are not it. Cayden is about to get burned to death here for sure.
I'll say I think Singularity Bands and the Benthic Bloom. If I knew that, I probably
was
would've-
nice for me.
What's up, Ash?
I think if you got the Benthic Bloom, the Singularity Band isn't the worst, because your bands are probably already going to get 8.
Yeah, I mean it's something, but the band itself doesn't do anything. I would honestly prefer them to have become a red.
Oh, could take a death right now.
Yeah, or he managed to use his invulnerability there to keep out of that range there. He just took a ton of fall damage. If this was Eclipse 8, that would have killed him.
Yeah, I think we would have seen way more deaths if we put this to Eclipse 8.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
100%.
I don't think I would be done right now.
No, Ethan's got it really hurting on the mental game right now.
Oh, is he still in?
He's on
Yep.
stage 4 or stage 3, phase.
Oh, was
phase
that a
3.
death?
He's taken a couple more deaths. He is at currently
126.
16.
Oh my word.
Yeah, it truly, it was the lack of looting. Like, he was actually making really good time with his lack of items. I think Ethan is, interestingly, I think he's very skilled. He had very few items and was just wrecking bosses and making great time. But once all of his items turned to reds, he just didn't have momentum anymore.
Took the Blandula.
Yeah, that planula, he was even kind of weighing you down a little bit in that first stage, or in that
Yeah,
final phase of
I knew it
Mithrix.
would be.
What was your time,
But you gotta
Jacob?
take the Blandula.
What'd you say,
Pardon?
Ash?
What was your time, Jacob?
About an hour.
It's like 56, 55 or something.
Mhm.
Oh, really? It was less than an hour?
That's
was-
what it said on the end screen.
Yeah,
But
56, 55 is your in-game time.
Okay. Then
Sorry.
I've got this in the bag.
Yeah, I think you're pretty well in first place.
Yeah, I think
As
Cayden's just lacking some
expected.
confidence, honestly. Like, he has well enough damage to get out of there, and built-in healing means he really shouldn't be taking deaths, especially with the planula in his hands now.
Yeah, he is the only real build.
the lack of a
Only
skip
real
might
balance
hurt him a
build.
bit.
Yeah, Ash, I think you did a little bit of the same thing where you kind of maybe rushed to teleport a little early. Oh, you're also Ash. You're the only person. This sucks.
Okay.
You're the only person on stage 1 who did not find the symbiotic scorpion.
That's really sad.
Everyone else found it, which was just brutal.
It's nasty with Void Fiend's altered form.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Where was it?
It was just a big chest right in the middle of the frozen lake.
Oh man.
It was the first chest I saw.
Yep. It was it's for most people it's the first chest you see. I suspect that everyone would get it, honestly. You like just like last time, you just like missed a couple of items. You weren't quite thorough enough. You made good time. Like I said, you were actually in real time. You were right behind Jacob.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you hadn't taken any deaths, you would have finished like moments before him or moments after him.
He took another Lysate cell.
Perfect.
Oh, was there a
Up
skip?
like 4 healing.
There is
I
no
would
skip.
take. I would take the PSG, or the disposable missile launcher. He's planning on looting more.
He's gonna.
Interesting strategy.
I feel like at some point we can surely just pull Ethan out of there, right?
Is he still going?
Yeah, I just kind of feel bad that he's kind of just forced to play through this.
Yeah, when do we want to pull
He
him
could still
out?
get third, maybe.
There's no chance that Cayden dies that many with so many items. Again, it's just so harsh because Ethan had a great time, and he had great gameplay. He was one of the most effective at killing the bosses in a timely manner. But he just slowly lost momentum because he wasn't picking up items.
Hit him so hard his stream froze for a second.
Oh, that's a death. But Mithrix is downed.
160 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, for stage 4, never mind.
I think he might be collecting a couple more deaths on this final stage.
Yeah.
Using the rock.
The worst part is that Mithrix has a Planula and a Rejuve rack right now.
Got a
That's gonna
Scorpion
help a
back
lot,
though.
though. The thing is, Mithrix also doesn't have damage because
He
just
has
lost-
exclusively reds.
He just lost his only damage item, which Ethan's picked up on. Is now just going into the
Another
kill.
death.
Oh, he managed to get hit by that though. That's brutal. I think he was a little too close and got hit by the
Foil.
the foil. Yeah.
Another death.
Alright,
Coil's back
alright.
in his inventory.
Alright, everyone watching the video, every time Ethan dies, take a shot.
Oh no, that's rude.
That's not safe.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think this first run, we were still figuring some things out, so some people had more information than they should. Everyone saw some people's runs on accident. And again, the seeded run thrown out the window immediately whenever people picked up Benthic Bloom. Legitimately, that was like the one thing I couldn't account for with these mods. So there was just kind of nothing I could do about that.
I feel like it's still a fine seeded run because we're all accepting the same random if we take it.
For sure. But the idea is to have it not random in the first place. But it's fine. You know, this is also the very first time we've ever done this event, so we can just chalk this one up to, you know, not as much practice, kind of janky at the start. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's still going to be interesting, and I think this first one is going to be a great experience, like a learning experience for everyone to go into the next one. I'm very just interested to see what Cayden says. What's up?
He took fireworks going into Mithrix when he had his recycler ready.
It's an interesting
He is
choice.
officially unhinged.
No one can truly understand the mind of Cayden.
He's going to have to do 2 pillars, too. This is going to be rough.
Not 4?
I mean,
Oh,
Ashley,
it got decreased.
if he doesn't die, like, you could pull out a win against Cayden if he's taking this long.
Ayo.
What was your time?
It was 76-12.
Oh, I think you have pretty good odds.
That's, I think, pretty good odds in the stretch, but if he does die, then I think that is definitely possible.
I think Cayden's good enough to pull up Mithrix without a death.
I think he's got good enough items too, but I think he's not very confident on this character, so I'm not sure.
It's kind of crazy seeing Cade going from pretty good chance at first to he could go all the way down to third.
Yeah, legitimately. I mean, he's still here.
Ooh, Void Cradle. Needle Tech. You gonna take it?
Oh.
Yeah. The mental, it's
Hey.
gonna hurt the mental, because we're going from this into Flamethrower Artie.
Oh yeah, that is not gonna go well.
I was really hoping this one would be a bit of a good start for some people, because it's, you know, it's one of the strongest characters in the game.
Oh,
Alright, we see
looks
Ethan
like
finishing up.
Ethan's done.
Hey, Ethan,
Hi,
how you doing?
I am swell.
Devastated.
Well, how do you think you did?
Okay, so I probably got last. I assume I had.
Not set in stone.
Oh, it's not. People are still going.
One person is still going. Cayden is.
Okay. So I have some hope of third then.
Ooh.
It's unlikely,
No.
but
No, that's totally
Still on
fair.
stage.
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, he is basically full looting every single stage.
I see.
He's still here despite not having any money.
All right. Yeah, multiple
he's
things
doing?
have set me
He's
back
looking for his
pretty
radar
far.
dish, I think.
Yeah, I will say, Ethan, your run, I legitimately think you had a really good shot for a while there. You were one of the most proficient in actually just like straight up gameplay. Like your like movement was good. You were getting quick kills, but you just lost momentum really fast with that benthic bloom. And
See,
the lack of any, like, you didn't pick up enough items because you picked up a benthic bloom that corrupted all of your items to red items. So
Yeah.
You lost your movement speed, you lost your healing, and go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I misunderstood a thing. So I was thinking that if I was able to get red items near the end, I would be able to use the pools to replace my red items, which is not how those work.
No, yeah.
I also did end up picking up throughout the entire game. I did get a Reynolds and Kiara's band, and I picked up the Singularity band like first level, and
Yeah.
that hurt.
Yeah. Cayden also picked up the Singularity band, which I definitely think you never... That band is just worse in every way than just picking it up. Even if you find no other bands, you're better off not having
Yeah.
a single Singularity band. It's never worth it. Here's the thing. I don't want to assume anything. I don't think he's going to die that many times against Mithrix at this point. He's got great items.
Right.
We'll let him play it through. It shouldn't take that long with the build he's got going.
He's at Mithrix.
It only
He's got
took
like
87
5
years.
minutes, Ashley.
What's that?
5 minutes and you get second.
Ayo.
Or 1
Is
I mean,
Cade good enough to not take a one death?
I think he can pull it through. I mean, like, he's got a good build. I mean, that's what full looting did for him.
Right.
So I think it's distinctly possible he pulls through. I just think it's rough, especially the fact that I don't think he knows how much of a time limit he's on.
No. And that's the big thing. None of you would. Ooh. It's dangerously close there.
Wait, so if I had 172 minutes, and I died 24 times, that's 2 hours of
added time.
extra time. So I completed it in about 50 minutes despite dying so many times. You know what? I'm okay with that.
No, absolutely. Like I said, you had great gameplay. Your momentum got obliterated by your benthic bloom. and just your
Yeah.
general lack of looting after that. It's like your looting is important. It's way more important once you have a big bloom. Oh my gosh, Cayden, that was wild. That was crazy.
Now he's just styling on mythics just for no reason.
Yes. I will be right back.
Sounds good.
It's a lot of negative armor.
Does Mythic lose Scorpion stacks on different phases?
Yes.
Well, I think it doesn't reset between his drops. I think.
No, but it'll be reset whenever it changes to phase 3. All right, going for the kill, Cayden.
Very short range beam.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Deceptively short.
Oh,
He was committed to that damage.
I think after taking a couple of the
was
hammer
that-
hits, he
Oh,
knew he could
he's
take
cheating.
one.
He can be
He's
up there
cheating.
against the non-mythics. The important part is to not let mythics run up and fall off.
I see. 74 minutes.
I think it's literally impossible. I think he's just gonna fall to third just because of the transport evac.
Yeah, I mean
At this
that
point.
takes 1 full minute to charge it.
And he can't skip to stage 4, so.
Phase 4, yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, no flame band. All right, Ash.
How
Looks
was
like you
it?
got second place.
Let's go!
How was commentating? Was it fun?
I had a good time.
Yeah, it was fun watching everyone make their moves.
At the
What
start,
moves?
we were definitely like struggling to kind of get the flow of it correct at first because we were like muting and unmuting you guys, talking to you a little bit, and you guys could still hear each other. So it was a learning experience. So hopefully in the next couple of runs it'll be more effective.
Yeah, I could not for the life of me figure out how to mute the other streams. That's why I just left it as as is, because I was like, I don't know how to do this, and then I finally figured it out.
It didn't super end up mattering. We should have muted from the start like we did.
Mason, whenever you want to like jump into my perspective, you don't have to ask. You can just jump in. Because I'm not gonna look over, and I don't mind being jump scared.
Yeah, I didn't ask, so that's good.
You did the first time.
Nope.
We will now
Said,
conduct an invasion of
"Yo,"
privacy.
and then added me.
Yeah, that was when we were testing before. Remember? That was from ages ago.
I see. Never
I
mind.
thought it was weird whenever you randomly said yo. Like several minutes later.
Oh wait, is he meant to be up on a pillar with Mithrix?
He can be. I mean, this isn't the major important thing is that he can't use the
Ramp.
ramps to deal fall damage to Mithrix.
I see.
I thought the issue is that you can kind of just not be next to Mithrix.
Realistically,
Yeah, I
the goal
thought the
is
thing
to be
was,
down there. But like as we see here, he's not getting anything from being up there, so he just has to come down here and fight. Especially, you can definitely go up there to like recover for a minute. There's no problem with that.
All right, it is
I know
now
I'm not a
official.
commentator, but
I mean, you're a commentator right now. Go for it.
I was just gonna say, how do we feel about Void Fiend like as a character, like each of us? Because I really like Void Fiend, and I find sometimes like changing, like when you're trying to do a specific action and then changing forms, that can be kind of a bummer. But I feel like overall pretty strong, and I think very cool.
Oh, he's a very strong character. I fully agree.
He just needs like the smallest amount of items, and he's instantly just absolutely juiced out of his mind.
Oh,
That's a death.
Oh no!
He needed to keep his height there. I will say, Ash, you're the only one who had feather by this point.
Oh yeah?
Which
I
is
was hurting for a feather.
yeah, feather is like one feather makes the Mithrix fight almost a joke. And you were the
I
only
was
one that made
thinking
it
my
one.
head stompers.
The head stompers too, actually. Head stompers are huge. But again, sadly, you ended up here with no other items.
Yeah, it was awful.
We
You're
definitely
right,
saw
that-
both
yeah,
sides
that
of the
call.
spectrum a little bit with Cayden completely full looting, and you not looting basically at all. Well, you cemented second place there, Ash.
Ayo. That's pretty good. I'll take that.
Can't use bathroom.
And Cayden is in phase 3 here. There's no way he dies 24 times. He's putting a couple.
Oh, he's working on it. Yeah.
He's not gonna let me get away with that comment.
If Cayden botches this, that would be crazy. That would be the play of the century, but not for
Oh, I'll
Cayden.
never let him live that down.
I want to say what Cayden's happening to Cayden right now. It was my worst nightmare of everyone just watching me and picking apart everything I'm doing. I was terrified that people were gonna be like, "Oh my god, she's just doing this. What an idiot! What a stupid person."
I mean,
That's
at the
exactly
very
what we're
beginning,
doing
we
right now.
definitely had the couple of comments of "Oh, she left stage 1 without the symbiotic scorpion. That is rough." Cayden is running instead of dealing damage right up there at the front. That's rough. He could have just killed him, honestly.
I'm back. Another death while I was gone. That's cool.
Yeah, he got killed by the pizza attack. But he's almost finished, so we'll go ahead and let him wrap up.
Ooh, nice play.
It's a solid hit, actually.
Yeah. Oh, he's in the wrong form.
He managed to land that though, but he really just needs to get in there. That's something I noticed with you two, Ethan. You were transformed as Mithrix was dropping into phase 4. Realistically, you should have just been on him, dealing damage immediately. Oh, use your shift.
Oh.
You have iframes while you're using your shift. He could have survived that.
Is that considered a debuff? I think if it's considered a debuff, it turns it off, doesn't it?
You just have full iframes while you're shifting.
I thought on the screen, the text said removes all debuffs.
Yeah,
It does, yeah.
You're right, actually.
That is what it said.
I think a lot of times you probably would have lost the debug or the debuffs anyways by the time you're out.
Yeah. Cayden can just drop down there and finish him off. You're a little afraid of Mithrix. If you just sprint in a circle around Mithrix, even at close range, he can't hit you. So you can really just walk up to him and do exactly this, and try to get your items back as quickly as possible. Oh, we're seeing a phase 4 Mithrix ghost from the Happiest Mask. Rare sight.
In existence.
We're gonna go ahead and pull Cayden in now while he's running over and finishing up.
That makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Cayden.
Hey,
How you feeling?
I feel sweaty.
How do you think you did? You're finishing up, so we went ahead and pulled you in.
I did badly. I mean, I objected. There were multiple times. So, the last time that I died, I immediately after went, I think shift gets rid of debuffs. I think that was probably a debuff.
Yep.
Probably could have just used shift, huh?
And shift also has iframes, so even if it didn't, you would have survived that.
True.
We were literally all saying exactly that a couple seconds ago.
Rough.
Everyone else is done.
Figured.
However, you did manage 3rd place.
Okay, because death. I mean, I died 4 times, but I didn't die until Mithrix, which was nice.
You had the least deaths.
What?
Deaths now.
What's up?
I had 3 deaths.
I kind of swore you ended up with more than 3. I'm pretty sure you had at least 4. You died twice twice before Mithrix and twice in Mithrix.
Can't you look at your or your previous runs?
Yeah, you can
Pull
look
up
at
Shadow
that,
Play.
You can look at your logbook and find it. Either way, Cayden, you were actually, we were the whole time saying Cayden shoe in for 1st place. Everyone else.
Was it because I waited so long looking for the scrapper?
Yes, and just generally full looting.
Yeah.
You were on stage 3, Scorched Acres, while Jacob was starting the boss fight on stage 5.
What?
You were
That's
just
insane.
you were basically full looting.
Yeah.
No one else full looted like you did.
Well, and I had the radio, so I thought I could get away with it.
That's exactly what I suspected you were thinking. It's actually, we talked about that too. I said, like, I think the radar is getting in his head. He's thinking he just has all this time to, because he can see every item, he can take advantage of it. But you spent, we were saying for a fact, like, you had the least deaths for the longest time. You were so far behind Jacob, but Jacob had 2 deaths. And so we suspected
my
that...
logbook, 3 deaths.
3 deaths. Okay, so you ended up with 1 more death than Jacob, but you were ahead of him for the entire run in that regard.
Damn.
You were a shoo-in for first place, but you just took... I mean, everyone else has been done for a very long time.
Yeah.
I know stage 5 was so painful. I was like watching you, and you were at like 60 minutes. I got like 76, and I was like, if Cayden just goes now, I get 3rd place.
Right. No, for sure.
And then you looted for like another 10 minutes.
I know. I thought the scrubber would be so quick because I knew that I'd seen one, and I don't tell me where it is. I don't want to know, but no, it was, yeah, that's fair. I knew I was in trouble.
Could you go to your logbook really quick, Cayden, and find
sure.
your final time?
Oh.
Mm, 97 minutes, 14 seconds.
Got it. Okay, so I'm also going to ask you to restart your game. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording and start a new one, and we've got the next one going. Now, this is probably where you would see the next race, and that makes plenty of sense. But here in the Little Leagues, we don't make sense. The next race had so many crashes that the whole thing just totally fell apart.
Like, quit to desktop?
Yeah,
And...
quit to desktop, and I'm going to give you guys a new code. We're going to try, this is kind of a test run, obviously, you know, this is the first time we're ever doing this. We're going to just try a couple, a slightly altered mod list that will maybe improve performance for a couple people.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
Oh, fudge. Game crashed. Ugh. Okay.
Hey, crap, come here. Kill the boss. No, don't die from Lemurians, that'd be... What just happened?
So, let's just skip straight to the captain race. Oh, wait. It's not here. Oh, that's right. We don't have that one either. Miraculously, we lost the footage for that one, and we had absolutely no backup since Alex made 0 effort to record his own perspective, so instead, here are some highlights. Probably 90% from Jacob's perspective because Cayden is inaudible, Ashley has no footage, and Ethan was unwatchable. We're all very good at this.
This run's insane.
Hello. That's kind of schnutty, actually. Now, how many times am I gonna hit this? Damn it. That's okay. It's objectively better. That's better. Ugh. Better. 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 One more. Damn it. Okay, one more then. No, take the meat. Damn you. Die. Finish. No, wait. Does the effect still go? After he dies? That's stupid. Okay, well, okay. Let me rock it. Okay, pretty simple.
Yep, this character I guarantee I won't die with.
Are you sure about that?
Oh! Dang it. I was far too overconfident. Bro. I deserve that, I think. Oh, god dang. I've thrown the run. Yeah, I've made some poor decisions. One was a silly death, the other one was stubbornness. The other three were stubbornness. I feel like I've thrown the run because of it. I'm already at an hour. Oh god.
bad. Well, okay. I guess it's my big deal. Oh, let's sit through what this watch is. These checks over time, they're doing work. Because I'm making them do work.
Bro. Jump, please, Mithrix, please. I think I skipped it.
Oh, all of that was bad. All of that was bad.
I've never seen this before.
What the hell?
What? Overall, botched performance. But I might be first past Mithrix.
Hey, Jacob.
Terrible, just terrible.
You think you didn't do too great?
I'm sure I did okay, but I'm disappointed in my performance.
Yeah, I mean, you're very likely gonna end up on first or second. You're looking at at the moment you're looking at second. We'll see. Oh, falling through the gap there, Ashley. Rough. We'll see where you end up when we see what Cayden's deaths look like by the end. You and Ashley took some absolute beatings from those lunar perfected wisps.
Yeah, I shouldn't have stayed. I was just stubborn.
That's exactly what I was saying. Like, yeah, you should have just gotten out of there. Every single person has, except for Cayden so far, has taken a death to one of them. But Cayden's in the mess of them right now. You need to get out of there, Ethan. Oh my gosh.
He's getting blasted so bad.
Oh,
He's fighting
Lazarus.
3 of them simultaneously. That's not happening.
Oh, that's
he
another
just
one.
can't get away.
Did you see my half Mithril skip?
No, you full skipped his phase 4. What do you mean?
No, he had a health bar for phase 4, just no items.
Yeah, that's what the phase 4 skip is.
Normally he just insta-dies, doesn't he?
No, I mean, he insta-dies if you're powerful enough.
Okay, I guess I just never experienced
the
that.
skip is just getting rid of his immunity and just killing him.
Yeah, that was a full phase 4 skip. That's exactly what that is. You nailed it.
It just didn't look as flashy as instantaneously obliterating him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, when you were fighting him, did you like lose control of your keyboard for a second?
I don't
you stopped moving
so.
during his spin to win.
Yeah,
I was healing.
You okay, really?
Yeah, I was low on health, so.
So you just still yeah, because you got hit by one of them, stopped to heal, and while standing still, you got hit by a second one that
And
just so happened to get blocked. We thought you lost control of your keyboard, and you just got immensely lucky.
71 minutes? I don't think I can pull this one out.
Cayden's printing watches like a madman over there.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Cade. That is...
I'm praying
do
he
that.
takes all the time he needs.
No, to be fair, I think that's the right call. I think getting the watches is a great move. If he can, that's going to get him the win with the symbiotic scorpion. Those are great swaps on the scorpion there. Like I think Cayden's a shoe-in if he can avoid some deaths.
I think he's got it.
At the mob stage.
I wanted to scrap my shurikens before I came here, but it worked out in the end.
No, the shurikens are a great damage source. Ethan, how you doing in there?
This is terrible. To be totally honest. Oh, and that's not the bad. Oh my god.
That's all the way over there.
I couldn't find it for the life of me. I'm just getting absolutely just destroyed over and over and over again.
If you'd like to, Ethan, you can feel free to concede. The other
I'm
two are
going
fighting
to.
Mithrix right now, and they have not taken many deaths.
Oh my god. I started that run so what I felt like the first 2 stages, awesome.
No, we were talking you up, and then you got hit by all those pests.
Yeah.
Yeah, the pests were bad, and then something about the Dune Striders. I've noticed this in 2 of my runs now. The Dune Striders lower my frame rate significantly, more than other things do.
They have a lot of attacks. Yeah, Ashley is just choking this Mithrix fight away.
Yeah, she's almost just took 4 deaths in rapid succession.
Yeah, I mean she doesn't know how to fight with. She just doesn't know how to fight without movement. Like in all of her practice rounds, she played the character that had an emergency eject button, and she just doesn't have one. She's just taking every single hit, and I mean she's not. Yeah, she doesn't have a feather. If she had a feather, she'd be golden. That's the one thing.
Oh, she does. Where did they go?
I don't know. I thought she had one at some point. She might have accidentally traded it for something, or scrapped it. She wouldn't have scrapped it. She knows that. I legitimately don't know where she might have just missed it. She might have just fully not picked up a feather. We'll have to ask when she comes in. How was Cayden doing though? Cayden's looking for first right now.
Yeah, he's playing very passively to keep his watches, which is probably what he should have done.
Immaculate. Have been crazy good right now. And he's got the 57 leaf clover to get his crit off. He's got the needle tick.
Oh my god. Ash just got hit with a double slam wombo and got killed again.
We'll see if Cayden ends up using his crowdfunder. I noticed he hadn't activated it in a while.
Interesting crowdfunder. I guess that's okay against Mithrix.
Crowdfunder is an amazing item, legitimately, for this fight. Crowdfunder, really bad for what we usually do when it is multiplayer without, like, you know, like, everyone has a build, you don't need it, it's only good for, like, an on-hit build. For, like, a solo Mithrix fight with on-hit, especially the 57 Leaf Clover, it's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if he activates that. I mean, I mean, in phase 4 or 3, it's a great increase to his damage.
Do you think Forgive Me Please was the right play?
I don't think you got a whole lot out of it.
Yeah, I had gas, essentially.
Yeah, there were
healing.
A lot of alternatives, though. I'm going to go ahead and pull Ash in here now as well, since she's basically just leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, Ash, how you feeling?
It's been goofed. It's been goofed so bad.
Ash, did you at any point have a feather?
I don't think so.
That would do it. Everyone else had one.
And I was playing legitimately some of the best risk terrain in my life.
No, you were doing really well. We were talking about you beating. You were on track to beat Jacob until you lost until you got to commencement.
Yeah, and then like I couldn't find the teleporter, and then when I did find the teleporter, I had 3 mountain shrines and wasn't ready for that.
Cayden, turn on your equipment, Cayden.
Please,
Cayden,
one more death.
Don't back him away from him.
I got it.
Your equipment, Cayden.
All right, Jacob, how's it feel being in first place right now and guaranteed?
He's not guaranteed first place.
With the charge time on the ship?
It'll take a minute. I mean, he is...
I'm at 71:33.
I mean, if he gets the right portal, he could still take it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
not going to even hope for the bonus point.
I was so on track for being so good.
You totally were. You really were.
This sucks.
You
and
missed
then
a
it
feather.
just got beefed.
There goes
Cayden, if Cayden has used his equipment at any point in that fight, it would have been over. Legitimately. I don't know what happened. He brought a crowdfunder with a 57 leaf clover, a symbiotic scorpion, and a needle tick. That's the right portal right there, actually, legitimately.
He kind of...
No, he's beefing it.
He kind of threw by taking crowdfunder and then just not using
Okay, he's
it.
facing the wrong direction for some reason. What's your time, Jacob?
71:33.
I think you're gonna beat him barely. I think he's not gonna make it.
Yeah, your win will be measured in seconds.
It is so close. No. Ooh.
Yeah, you got it. You got it just barely.
Crazy.
Your win is measured in like less than 10 seconds.
If he activated his equipment, he wouldn't have taken that death, and he would have. I mean, he also would have gotten here sooner. And he just turned. Literally, he turned around whenever he took the right portal, the perfect portal, and then turned around at the wrong time. He had it. He just like ever so slightly made the wrong like micro movements on the way here.
Crazy.
So angry with myself. I had it. He was in the bag.
You really did. If you had found that feather, we all were like, wait, did you lose your feather? Everyone else had one, so we didn't even suspect you didn't find one. We literally thought you lost it. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I had 2 feathers at one point.
I feel like I was being pretty thorough there at the beginning too.
Yeah, there were 2 feathers. Jacob gave one away to a pool at some point.
For symbiotic scorpion.
I know. I mean, it wouldn't.
I thought the first feather was either stage 2 or stage 3.
It was on stage 2. You're right.
Ooh, and that's first place.
And, yeah, just barely. That is rough.
That was a weirdly close game.
That was a super close game. Cayden, how you feeling?
Why does crowdfunder not work?
How do you mean?
I mean, like, literally, I couldn't use it. I held Q, I clicked Q.
Yeah, you just click it once, and then it activates. It doesn't go on cooldown. It just passively activates.
Did you? I mean, was it shooting and I just wasn't noticing? Why is crowdfunder not working? What? Crowdfunder? I have money. What the hell? Crowdfunder is just not working. That's really stupid. I clicked Q a million times and nothing
I've
happened.
had problems where my Q doesn't work until I like shake it loose.
It wasn't my keyboard. I mean, my keyboard.
There are times that I think you turned it on for a split second and then turned it right back off. Because again, the crowdfunder,
I
unlike
watched my
every
money
other,
and it didn't go down. Like
unlike
it was.
every other equipment in the game, the crowdfunder does not consider itself to activate. It does not go on cooldown.
It's like a toggleable,
it just
right?
toggles. Yeah.
It also has wind up.
It also has a second of wind up, and then it takes more and more gold the longer it's active. If your equipment had worked, Cayden, you had that.
Wait a
That's
minute.
frustrating.
Look at the time.
71:22.
Yeah,
I'm 71:33.
Wait, Cayden.
Where did like 10 seconds go? What the hell?
Yeah, you were certainly above me by like 2 seconds.
Well, yeah, I mean, whenever it finishes the charge, it stops the timer immediately.
The charge was still going. We do have the footage, but I'm not going to challenge it. I think this is better.
Go by the stats screen.
No, I agree. The stats screen is final, which means, Cayden, you ended up in first place.
by 0.11 seconds.
But
that's just 11.
Yeah, it's just seconds. Those are just
seconds.
Oh,
yeah, 11 seconds.
Oh,
yeah.
I see.
If it was 0.11, that'd be wild.
11
seconds. If you hadn't taken your death against Mithrix too, you would have gotten bonus points.
Yeesh.
You want to know
one death there by standing in his face and not sprinting off to the side that lost you the bonus points.
Hey! That's kind of exactly how that went. So you probably shouldn't say it though.
If I was just less stubborn, I would have had it in the bag.
Ooh.
Yeah, I should have ran away from the elite chimeras.
Everyone got shredded by elite chimeras. I think literally except for Cayden.
I got really lucky too with my pools. I don't know if you saw
did.
that.
I did.
That was
insane. That was awesome.
The clover is what needed to go. I was so mad I didn't get more proc items, but
yeah, I mean, honestly, like the bonus crit chance and the bonus use on the
sticky bombs happened.
The needle tick and the sticky bombs. Both of those were really useful.
True damn.
I must have missed needle tick.
I don't remember where I got it.
You didn't get the chrono bubble though. That would have cinched it easily. I think Ash ended up with a chrono bubble.
I had a chrono bubble.
The tenta bubble, like that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Sure. I get it. The two tenta bobbles with a 57 leaf clover was massive. But Ash missed a feather, and Ash missing that feather meant she died like 6 times in Mithrix.
Dude, you want to know what my time is?
What?
154.
Yeah.
I died 19 times.
Yeah.
Just so sad before stage 4. I had like 20 minutes. I was going wild.
Yeah, no, you were doing really well. You fell behind a little bit, but you had the least deaths for a little bit too. It was really, really close.
All fell apart when I had like 2 or 3 mountain shrines.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Only you and Cayden hit both mountain shrines and fought the overloading titan.
Yes.
Overloading titan, Jesus.
Ridiculous. Can we talk about that? I was so mad.
And my overloading titan decided to fuck off. He decided to peace out. So I had to go outside the radius to go find him.
Yep, he jumped on the jump pad. That was awesome. And he ripped you apart. I will say, Ethan took a lot of deaths somewhere in the middle there. Ethan got himself a repulsion armor plate, which meant he just breezed past Titans.
Right, I can imagine.
Yeah, I did get multiple Titans. That was great. I did definitely get destroyed on stage 3 by the Dune Striders.
Yeah, that was stage 3. Yeah. Whenever you were fighting all of those, I mean, it was less the Dune Striders and more the army of elite blind pests.
Oh, also, I have a thing to say about that, because I was trying to... I was thinking like, oh yeah, no, I can use my shift ability to launch like airstrikes in the air and hit them because they're all clustered up. I kept trying to, and it kept failing, and I was like, what is happening? And I realized that I was clicking too fast. My
There were a couple
mouse was
times
detecting that I
that
was
I watched
holding it down.
like them not come down properly. I was confused about that.
It was a whole mess. I would love to be like, my poor computer can't, but also like I would have probably. I hate those things so much. I would have gotten destroyed anyway.
So let's pop into the logbooks and everyone give me your exact times. I know you were just in there, Jacob, so sorry I didn't get a chance to write it.
No worries. I'm so mad.
you were so close.
I played so poorly for my captain.
71 is at 33, Jacob?
Yep.
Ash, that's 154.25.
Yeah.
Ethan, that's
a DNF.
That's a DNF.
Yeah.
And Cayden, that's 71.22. Bringing the scores to...
I'm so angry. 71 was so easy for me to hit. I was gonna fucking breeze past that, and then everything fell apart.
Yeah. What I find a little funny is if you kept taking discs like that, you actually would have gotten a worse time than Ethan before he DNF'd.
Stopping recording. I'll start it back up once we're just about to start.
I've been recording the entire time in case you need any conversation pieces from in
Sounds
the midst
good.
of it.
Oh yeah, I am doing the same thing. I just realized I haven't stopped recording since the beginning, so we're gonna have a mega file.
All right. Don't use that. Oh god. All right, back to the action. Let's see the standings so you know what's going on going into the final race. All right, so in the first race, we had Jacob finishing first with 56 minutes, Ashley second with 76, Cayden third with 97, and Ethan fourth with 172. That puts our point totals at Jacob at first for finishing 10 minutes faster than Ashley in second place, who herself got 2 points, Cayden getting 1 and Ethan getting 0. In the second race, we have Cayden finishing first with 71.22, Jacob finishing second with 71.33, Ashley finishing third with 154 minutes, and Ethan DNFing, putting the new point total at Jacob with 6 points in the lead, Cayden with 4 points in second, Ashley with 3 points in third, and Ethan still holding up the rear. So now we can finally roll into the last race where we do have a majority of the footage. Enjoy. How are you guys feeling going into this one, by the way? How does everyone feel with Huntress?
I think with my place in the tournament and it just being Huntress, I'm just gonna play normal Risk of Raid. I'm just not even gonna speedrun. I'm just gonna have a fun game of Risk of Raid at this point.
Fair. That's what I did on the first one. That took forever.
Oh yeah, we were all cheering when you finally went from stage 5 to the moon. We were like, yes, he finally swapped stages.
I really wanted that scrapper. I don't think it would have made any impact whatsoever on the game.
Is this Blink the triple one or the slow one?
Single one. That's phase 1. Slow one.
Gotcha.
Am I the only person here who doesn't really like Huntress?
Yes.
I'm okay with Huntress.
That sounds like a more or less a yes.
I think I'm extremely neutral on Huntress.
I think I'm in the same boat as Ashley.
I really like her, and I'm looking forward to the fact that everyone doesn't like phase Blink, and they're stuck with Blink, which is my preferred.
I would also argue that the single Blink is pretty solid.
It's good. I love it.
Yeah.
I like that you can go vertical.
Directional is nice. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Don't have to worry about verticality as much.
And if there's a hard light afterburner, it's like better phase Blink.
You're fully correct. Okay. We about ready to get started then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
Everybody shake to do one loop.
What?
No.
No.
That sounds fun. I think if
shit,
everyone
I
else
see.
was down, I would put a vote in.
Absolutely.
If we could also do it on Drizzle, sure.
Yeah, I expect a couple of
What do you
deaths
think
this one
this
just
is?
because
Winnie
the
Hut
character's
Junior?
very squishy. But the character
is
has
true.
some of the best built-in AoE with the glaives, so I think
I
it'll
expect at least one death that I don't notice until the end.
help. All right, let's go ahead and get started then, yeah?
Yeah.
Salute everyone, and I'll count us down, so everyone get ready. On your mark, get set, go! All right, let's see how this goes. Very interested to see where Huntress plays go.
Thankfully, they got the superior fourth ability.
Absolutely. It's honestly a pretty good build for her. Like this is just optimal in a lot of ways. The pennies are nice stage 1, but she's not a super tanky character, so it'll be a little hard to use.
Yeah, the squish factor is on with Huntress, so they're gonna need either hella damage, hella speed, or a lot of defense to compensate.
We also got the focus crystal though. That's gonna change things. Ooh, but Jacob's starting out strong with the soldier sword.
I like how now with this setup that you told me about it, I can see like the massive like drop in quality like going down. We have like perfectly smooth Jacob, slightly choppy Ash, and then slideshow Nate.
There's some good items on this one. There's a tricorn on the stage, which is going to be huge. If they can take it with them to Rally Point Delta. Whoever can do that, take it all the way to Rally Point Delta. There's just no bad bosses to spawn on Rally Point Delta.
Yeah, we got Imp, Worm.
I think Cayden Strider, which is fine. Like it's not bad.
Nate already found it.
Oh, did he? That's huge.
Yeah,
that's massive.
And an Opal, that'll definitely help with some random attacks here and there.
Yeah, Jacob insanely right now has only the good items. Like everyone else has found like Ash taking advantage of her penny, and that's awesome. We gotta comment on that later. Ash taking advantage of her penny and fungus to get some free money there. That was hilarious. Ethan going straight for the teleporter boss. It's gonna be a little dangerous. For a new player, no one's here as a new player, but for less experienced players, the Wandering Vagrant is a dangerous boss. Jacob went right into it as well. Jacob has very good items compared to everyone else. Like he basically only picked up the good items and none of the less useful ones. Absolutely insane. If he leaves the stage right now, I mean he's in a good spot.
Good thing there's no alternative equipment for Huntress because Glaive is just Nate just
teleported a little too far and ended up on the other side of the pillar instead of putting it between them. Ash giving up a lot of health for the
Cade getting weird with it, using the tricorn on the dude.
Whoa, okay,
he has 2 loops now.
You are not kidding. That I did not expect.
I don't know what he's cooking in his head, getting 2 loops, but here we are.
That's not it.
The only way I could see that being usable is if he dies and the effect still rolls over and procs, even though he respawns due to Lazarus Wings.
Yeah. just gotta one of the big deciders like this early in the run is gonna be if Jacob continues looting. If Jacob finds that tricorn or spends a lot of time looting the rest of the stuff, he'll give up a little bit of his lead. But the tricorn is big. If he finds that, he's in a great spot. I mean, he's just crazy. Ashley's making pretty decent time purely because of those pennies, but she's definitely still not in any amount of lead. She'll have to make good use of that stuff later. Does she have the most items? Yeah, she seems to have the most items.
Yeah, Jacob's finding all the garbage now.
Yeah, he basically just did the opposite direction. Uh-oh.
He might run out of money for the tricorn.
He might not get the tricorn.
Yeah, if he stops...
If he buys anything else before the tricorn, he won't be able to get it.
This assumes he sees it.
He might not even, yeah, because it's over to the left, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think, like, just along the edge of the second floor.
Looks like he's heading straight back to the teleporter. He's gonna miss it. That is sad. I mean, we'll see if Ash finds it. She also is the only one who hasn't found it. Ashley struggled a little bit on that stage 1 boss. We'll have to see if she can avoid a death here. Directly putting herself under it, that's pretty good. Beetle tick right away. Cayden in the lead, by the way. I didn't even notice that. Cayden ended up with an early lead here. Very minor one, but still definitely there. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was kind of close there, Ash.
Yeah, good thing the shadows can help tell you what's the safe hide spot and what isn't.
Right. Let me know if something cool happens. I'm stepping just over here.
Alright. Oh, okay. Nate is immediately going for boss.
Really?
He has not picked up he picked up like one item, and he's immediately going for boss.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess he was just hoping that he might tricorn it, but on Beetle Queen.
And he tricorned it. He tricorned the Beetle Queen.
Honestly, that's not the worst play in the world. He's not going to be able to buy much on the stage, but like he can get a lot of time out of that. I mean, if he just consistently continues like this and gets kills without dying again, that is something, legitimately.
Oh, and now making use of the loop to get rid of guys. Nate, of course.
Yep, and fully, just so you know, his name is Ethan.
Yeah, right. I keep getting crossed because his username does not match his real name.
Ash going for a second pennies. Ethan hiding away, trying not to get killed. Ooh, he's in a really dangerous spot right now. He's definitely going to take me up.
Yeah. Glaive is good, but I'm not gonna let you cheat death. So thankfully they don't have to worry about aiming unlike before, because auto-aiming attacks with Huntress. Oh, who's that? Cade found the spare drone parts.
Oh, wow! That's huge.
And stickies. What is that? That's a Predator mask printer on this stage.
Spare drone parts are very powerful against Mithrix. That'll really help.
Now let's see if anyone else finds the spare drone parts. I think Nate's about to find him.
At least taking advantage of his pennies a little bit as well.
And Ethan, remembered his name this time, also found the parts.
Oh, nice.
Cade over here stacking up on masks.
Crazy lucky as well. Because he's rushing. compared to everyone else. No one else has even started the teleporter, but he managed to find the red and leave with it with almost no money. That's really, really good.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he doesn't have his tricorn with him to blast whoever's on rally point, but he's got the speed right now. I'm curious what's going through Ethan's head right now. Is he just like blitzing, hoping to get a better time?
Oh, did Ash miss the tricorn?
You know what? I think she did. I
Right?
think just like Jacob also skipped it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, seems like everyone has the drone parts now.
That's not true. Jacob does not have them.
Oh, true.
The Genesis loop really coming in clutch.
And then,
Death,
yeah, that what was it post mortem with the isolites?
Mm-hmm. Like death throw, as the kids call them.
Mm-hmm. Ash almost suffering the exact same death as Ethan a few seconds ago.
But managing to pull away, we'll see if she can get her health back. If she can find a second to sit down and stand still, she'll get all of her health back. Ooh, not with those guys there, though.
Standing still in ballista, wild.
No, I thought she was going to die there. I thought she was going to get hit by that. In spite of Ethan saying he doesn't like the character very much, he is making incredible time, in spite of his deaths.
Mm-hmm. If we do ignore his deaths, he is high speed right now.
Okay, I also just realized pro insane strats from Ethan here. By dying with the spare drone parts, he spawned a second Colonel Drone Man.
Wait, that's a thing with the wings? Interesting.
Apparently.
So if he just racks up deaths, he's just gonna have like 8 dronemen on him. Ooh,
okay,
Jacob also got
just managed to find it. That's good.
If he didn't, he would have been in a much rougher spot.
Ethan finding the super secret tech. That's hilarious. Sadly though, no one carrying the tricorn to stage 3 to fight the magma worms. Murph would have been insane.
Yeah, Murph drone parts, that'd basically just be like a free cruise straight to the end. It's still very funny to see the wild contrast between all of his previous runs up till now and currently with Ethan. Before just still taking deaths, but now he's just like stage-wise just firmly in the lead.
Ahead.
Yeah, he's just ruining these guys. What's this stage drop? Oh, regen scrap. Would have been helpful to have about a stage or two ago. Get a free Predator mask.
Jacob and Ashley leaving just about the same exact time. More or less equivalent on loot as well.
Cade only about a couple seconds behind him, unless he decides to double back for something else.
Looks like he's gonna try to loot a little bit more.
Typical Cade behavior.
Ooh, a quail printer. With a
you did just get a free.
You just take that.
What is that? That's 2 quails now? That's pretty good.
About the limit of where you want to be, too. You usually don't want much more than that.
Yeah, I think like 3 is the cutoff.
Ooh, and a state for spaces. We have not... With how many Void Seeds we've seen, the fact that we haven't seen any state for spaces is wild. Nor a Polyloop.
Mm.
Or even Plasma Shrimp.
Yeah, Shrimp or Loots showed up. That definitely would have made things a lot more interesting, but all we really got was just a bunch of needle ticks, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, and fans.
And the benthic bloom, which immediately threw any sort of order out of the window. And there goes Ethan to stage 4.
Incredible time. I mean, he's there in 15 minutes. Game time. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's riding the 5-minute rule like his life is on the line. Ooh. Excellent juke by Cayden just then.
Almost getting got.
Yeah, almost getting frozen and then left like a last frame.
Ooh, wow. Blind printing. Or Mocha printer. And getting immaculate trades for it. Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's gonna... I mean, he's going teleporter right now, too. This is crazy.
And immediately gotta make use of the loop to get some good damage
out
going.
of that position, though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There goes the bat.
Yep.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, no third droneman. As funny as it would be. And then immediately almost getting got by a Dune Strider.
Man, we need to see a run with Ethan at full power without a bad computer. He would be insane.
Yeah, this man had like even 30 frames. He'd be too strong to be left alive. Quick, Mason. The second he gets good frames, go in there as the director and spam elites on him.
The balance, it must be had.
We're gonna have to manually take control of the director.
Cayden really mulling over that crowdfunder. I'm sure he was saying something to us right then.
I don't trust you anymore. You broke my trust.
He's going for it.
Or like, hopefully it works this time. Prion accumulator on a Ash.
No, everyone has the crowdfunder.
It's kind of wild. Oh my god.
Catalyst? That's not useful at all.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, now that she picked up the Soulbound Catalyst, she's doubling back for the Prion accumulator. I think that's not a bad play. It's not going to be useful against Mithrix, but it's going to be really nice for getting through the rest of these stages. Oh. Oh, that was the pillar skip right there. And a feather! Oh, no! In that, adaptive chest, Cayden just dropped the ball.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
To be fair, though, you gotta have, like, at least, like, competent reflexes to get what you want out of that, and, Cayden might not have them.
Alright, get him.
Not to dig at him or anything. That wasn't intended to be a dig.
Found that Soulbound Catalyst.
Does have bands, so could be something.
Mm-hmm.
More regen scrap.
That's a
different person.
phase 4 skip, just waiting to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Another regen, yeah.
Alright, Kate has decided to go all in on violence and got the accumulator. At least for the time being.
Not a bad play. I mean, what's their proc game looking like right now? Needle Tick and Sticky Bomb?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not crazy, so we'll see what they get later.
Guess some stun grenades for some people.
Ethan making great use of that mocha printer. Love to see it.
Can't really. He seems like he got 3, which is a pretty nice amount.
He's 2 stages ahead of everyone right now. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, I kind of forgot that Rally Point is only stage 3 and not stage 4 sometimes. And grandparents, here we go again.
Oh boy,
Round 2, boys. Let's see who can run it back.
Did we get grandparents every single time?
Who did Void Fiend fight again? Was it grandparents?
Let me check. Void Fiend fought grandparents. Yep.
Okay, it's grandparents all the way down.
The only one who didn't fight grandparents was the Artificer, but we skipped that run.
Yeah. It was pretty. That one was pretty messy.
I agree.
Even without the crashes, I think.
Yeah. Hopefully these guys enjoy this enough to do it again. Maybe we'll just decrease it to 3 runs, since people seem to prefer it on a smaller time.
Yeah, I think 3 runs should be the preferred amount. Alright, here comes the sun. Oh, it stopped for some reason? Oh, alright.
Did it? Yeah, wait.
The grandparent started the sun attack and then just stopped for no reason.
He's just chilling. Look at him. He's just stunned.
You became homies until Ethan shot him again.
The other 3, like, neck and neck, all reaching this Southern Grove in a pretty similar time.
Ooh. Jacob picking up Warhorn even though he's carrying Crowdfunder.
Well, he can still find a good use of it later. Uh-oh, Ethan.
Yep. There goes Ethan. He's Yep,
He's going the wrong direction. He needs to run away or under. Yeah. He's even got the shift. Oh, he's just he's chilling. He's just chilling.
Yep.
The grandparent. Man. I hope they let us try another one of these with different loadouts. I'll make an effort to make sure we don't fight grandparents 4 times.
Yeah, at least make it like, who else can spawn? I know
Soul Control Unit and Xy Construct. And to be fair, neither of those are great.
Yeah. I mean, at least, I'd probably say Soulless Control is probably the most bearable out of the 3.
Oh, for sure. Nice Void Scent. That's pretty good.
Proc that off your Ballista and you're just golden. For better or for worse, Ethan is...
another run for Ethan.
Yeah, for better or for worse, Ethan is forcing that loop to work for him.
Looks like Jacob is going to print a ton of Mocha here. He actually scrapped some stuff coming into the stage, too. Good dodge there by Cayden. Ash mulling over. Oh, she's actually too poor.
Typical forest problem.
Oh, it got locked. He actually had his safer spaces active, so it wasn't a problem.
Excellent.
I'm thinking Jacob has a good chance of pulling ahead with that good print there.
How many did he get? 5? 5 Mochas, eh? Actually, kind of impressively, the only one who's taken death so far is Ethan.
Well, don't speak too soon. Ooh, okay, she managed to get out of there.
Seems like the 3 main menaces of these rounds so far have been Titans, grandparents, and flying chimeras.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
And then we get an occasional cameo from Doom Striders.
Right, yeah, they've done some business. Ashley, wow! She was saved by her elixir there. That could have been bad.
Elixir's such a nice tool.
Yeah, I don't like to rely on it, but it is really useful whenever you have it. Oh gosh, she had another elixir that's just saving her. She really was at risk of taking multiple deaths there.
Can elixirs be cast in rapid succession, or?
Probably. I don't know. There's probably some amount of cooldown, but it's probably very, very short.
Okay, because I'm wondering if you took enough damage to die like 5 times somehow, could you just proc it 5 times?
Ash is actually pulling ahead here. I'm not sure if you're noticing this. She's the only one who's completed the teleporter. Of the other 3, of course. Of the 3 who are still there.
Yeah.
Ethan's miles ahead of them.
Yeah, Ethan's just bloodlusted for teleporters.
I think Ethan was hustling them. Whenever he said he was he didn't like the Huntress. Cayden gonna get a ton of Milkos here in a second. Oh, Cayden giving up his power links. He decided he didn't need them.
Definitely a bold move, exchanging your survivability for attack and move speed.
Well, that's just survivability in a way.
Jacob.
Jacob! Oh! Those power elixirs saving everyone.
Damn.
Cayden just throwing them away. If only he can see how much everyone else needed them.
Okay, Ethan absolutely going off the deep end.
What? Ethan, you can't do that, surely.
Oh my god, he's doing it. Don't tell me you're going all in, Ethan, please.
Ethan, stop.
Reserve
You
something.
can't.
Oh no, he's doing it. He's all going all in.
Ethan, you have to stop. You're not gonna have no damage.
They're all gonna break in like the second he sees a flying chimera, and then he's gonna just get clapped.
Like, this team of people don't know how to deal with like the lunar chimeras.
He's thinking about the leech, Ash.
Oh my gosh, he went in on 11 watches. That's really funny and really dangerous.
Yeah, you don't pull that off unless you're like better than us or something. And even then, I still wouldn't do it.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't do it. I definitely could. I'm confident that I could pull something like that off. If I got lucky, I definitely would not. I would definitely not bet on it, even for myself.
Ethan is throwing himself to the whims of fate.
But he's on commencement. He's on the moon. No skip, but he does have Colonel Drone Man, 2 whales, and 11 watches, and a Sacred Spaces, which is crazy. No one here knows how to do the Sacred Spaces post skip, so we're not gonna think about that too bad. Cayden just now starting the boss. Ash, I think, just leaving.
Yep, just left after printing some mocha.
I didn't see
Cayden was also
how many
printing some.
moves she come away with.
I think it was like 5.
I think that's 7.
Oh, well. That's 7, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Very nice amount. Cayden's still making use of the BFG where applicable. Very nice to see.
Yeah, it's not going to be as useful against Mithrix, but it's still powerful. Okay.
Thankfully the Titan was kind of suck with the laser a little bit.
Yeah, he was kind of just missing.
Which is kind of weird since the Titan is like on you with it.
Deadly accurate, yeah.
Yeah, like basically aimbotting.
Doing his due diligence to scrap here. or grandparents. That seems risky. I can't imagine Ash. I'm worried. I think Ash is gonna get another death here. Is gonna get a death against these grandparents. She's just not super confident against them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, the void enemies. Oh man, her patterns of walking around are scaring me.
Hey, Kate, walk around on low health too. Oh, they're oh, Nate keeping his watches safe.
Oh really? Oh my gosh, I'm so scared.
The flying chimera just came out of his full attack, and another one showed up to do the same. All right, once again, Cayden and Jacob leaving at the same time.
Blue, by the looks of it. Did he even scrap greens? I didn't see green scrap in the inventory.
Don't. He's just going in there, no scrap.
With no scrap. There was a scrapper as well. A feather would have been really nice if he had brought that. He has scrappable things too. That was just a waste of time, but not a lot of time was spent on it. Ash finding a watch, very timely and helpful there. That'll be really useful to help get through that boss. You just hope she doesn't waste them. Ash came across the watch printer as well, just ran away from it, so maybe she's going to come back.
Ooh. Not sure what almost did Jacob in just then.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I was watching it and I still didn't really see what happened.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Oh god, that was a death. That let me go.
It was admittedly hard to tell.
Safer spaces. Did Ash actually miss the safer space on the previous stage or only just get it now?
Maybe? It looked like she's... Yeah.
So yeah, she definitely had it before.
Dude definitely likes showing up a lot in crowdfunder as well. Alright, time to see if Ethan's watches go down the drain.
So worried. I mean, he does a lot of damage, so it definitely helps. And he's here pretty early, all things considered.
Thankfully, the lunar...
Oh.
Safer spaces, baby!
Yeah, I mean, safer spaces got him out of there, and he used his used Ballista to pull up and away from them, which was pretty clutch. Lysate cell from Ashley there. Did anyone else find the Lysate cell?
Let's see. Ethan didn't. Let's see. Seems like no one else found it so far.
Yeah, that's clutch if you're using a crowdfunder. She immediately put an amazing use against that void touched Elder Lemurian as well.
And there goes his watches.
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
Massive gamble, and unfortunately he couldn't make it pay off, and his damage is probably in the gutter now.
Yeah, I probably would have only have done that if I had a pillar skip. There's no way I would have done that if I didn't have a pillar skip, honestly. Jacob got himself a watch. And all of them are purchasing from a chance shrine right there. Cayden and Ashley are on the same one as well. Jacob moving across the map right now. So much movement.
I think them having the regular blink instead of, what was it, like phase blink or whatever it's called, definitely useful in them getting around way faster. Or at least more
yeah, phase blink is really good for dodging. The blink is really good for just
moving around as a general.
Yeah. Ash is falling behind a little bit. She's seeing that she can't target this thing because it's in shield, not knowing how to deal with it. She
which
was
is kind of funny.
definitely in the lead, but she's kind of letting it fall away to Cayden here. She just wants to get through this void seed. Ethan almost taking a death there.
I think he actually took another one when we weren't looking.
I believe it. With the watch break, that's really rough. Cayden managing to maneuver all the way to the outside here where he can get a shot in on the grandparent. Lysate Bigga managed to find it. Ooh, and a Wungus from Ash is pretty decent. Might help keep that watch alive a little bit.
Ethan probably would have liked a Wungus.
Yeah. Cayden, you gotta kill it now, Cayden. Ooh, that was close.
Oh! Polyloot for Ash.
Whoa!
Combined with that
are.
Lysate.
We called for them, and there they are.
Ask and ye shall receive or something.
If no one else finds that, I mean, she'll take out the boss in no time. Gain her the confidence to hit that mountain shrine. She needs to get out of there, though. Okay, she fell. Yeah.
Okay, classic.
Good one. Oh, she's trying to mitigate the fall damage, even though she's completely immune to it thanks to her safer spaces. Ethan heading up to Mythos, though.
With no damage.
Yeah, with nothing.
That is
unfortunate.
You certainly are a crazy man to go fight Mythics, but functionally no damage boosts.
Ashley just throwing her money into the gutter right now.
Very funny to watch.
Ooh, pillar
But
skip.
Seems like no one else found that so far.
Yeah, she's taking it. That's not a bad idea. With all the deaths that happened during pillars, that's not a bad idea at all. But she needs to get out of there. I mean, she's taking a long time to leave the stage. I mean, she's getting powerful, though.
Saw some bleed and stickies and whatnot. Definitely getting pretty juiced.
Ethan, I will say, despite the fact that he's here so, like, after so much loss of his items and damage, he's doing surprisingly well, just based on the fact that he's here early enough in the run, time-wise, that Mythrix isn't all that powerful.
I feel like if he didn't, either if he didn't lose the watches or if he didn't just scrap everything into watches, he'd definitely be mixing Mythrix way harder right now.
I think really that carrying Ash through this fight. She needs to be careful about the sun attack. It is going to be wiping people out all day. Oh my gosh, don't go out there, Ash. That is going to be death.
Ash is toast. There's her death.
Yep, that is definitely death. There's no saving that.
And the watches went with him.
That she could have used her vase to get out of there, but yeah, I mean that was. She doesn't know how to fight grandparents, just straight up. Like she just keeps getting caught in the projectile, and getting pulled around, and she's the only other one to have a death too. If she could have avoided that, I think she would shoe it for the win. Honestly, her damage is ridiculous.
Ethan cheating death twice, once with safer spaces, then a second time by teleporting right out of the way from Mythrix.
Those beetle guards getting their hits in.
Oh yeah, they even if their damage isn't a lot, they could be taking aggro sometimes, and you're still standing in the sun. Ash,
you gotta get out of there. Ash,
you're not safe, Chief. You're not safe. It's kind of painful to watch Ash just kind of stand there and get fried alive and be like, feels a little warm, right, guys?
Wait a minute.
Oh. Ethan taking another death.
Yeah,
managing to get off the loop, though, at least.
Ash, you gotta get out of there. You gotta get out of there. You gotta get out of there. Ashley.
What? I feel like you just use a regular teleport, you would have been, yeah.
Oh no, she doesn't know how to fight grandparents at all.
Everyone else knows how to fight grandparents, I think? Or am I...
everyone took deaths to grandparents, but she just doesn't know when to leave. She doesn't know when to flee from it. She was in a great position otherwise. And she is the only one to find the poly loot. Still.
Everyone else
And
kind of left her behind.
Without those deaths, she had it. No question, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe if she can avoid dying anymore, and if Cayden and Jacob take a death or two, she might be able to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, Cayden is very, very competent with Huntress. So I think Cayden has a good chance of avoiding death here. And Jacob just overall quite good at the game, so... And he brought the extra damage in the form of the crowdfunder with some decent proc items in tow. So I think he has a good chance. And neither of them have lost a Watt, which is definitely going to make a difference.
Ethan instantly dropping to 0 health from something and then dying again.
She's just kind of waiting for her teleport, or her elevator to the cosmos.
I'd be doing something similar.
Ashley, you... I can't...
Throw. Literally through.
Oh,
It was one enemy.
It
was
died
one enemy.
under her as she looked up at the sky. She is gonna be so pissed at that.
Yeah, that might be enough tilt to soil some of the future gameplay.
Actually, is definitely the kind of person who gets affected by the mental on occasion. Oh, Cayden seeing his coveted. I mean, he's a big proprietor of the blink over phase blink, because he says to himself, if I just get the hard light afterburner, it's the same. It's better even, which is true. He's not going for it though, because I'll be honest, why would you? Your greens are schnuts. We're seeing again that people are coming in here with no feather, which is rough. But I'll be honest, Lysate Cell Ballista can serve a similar purpose on occasion.
True, it does function like sort of a half jump or pseudo jump.
Jacob taking full advantage right now of his crowdfunder, gunning Mithrix down with it. Does make you suddenly have to aim though with this character, which normally is not a problem.
Is that? Yep, that's final phase for Ethan. No skip, unfortunately, here.
But he does have his crowdfunder, which he is currently using to gun him the hell down.
As it should be.
Ash and Jacob, like, neck and neck time-wise right now. Jacob taking advantage of the crowdfunder to deal damage, Ash using that poly loot to rip through his health, becoming effectively equivalent amount of damage. Makes you really kind of gotta consider, like, the crowdfunder, no joke, clearly. Like, it's competing with the extra damage of one poly loot.
Ethan missed his exit, just a slight goof.
He's got the worst one. He's completely facing the wrong direction. There he goes. Cayden run into a dangerous adversary here at the Soul Pillar, no less, which is heartbreaking. You got to get out of there and find a new pillar, I'll be honest.
Yeah, any pillar that doesn't have that monstrosity on it.
Jacob pulling away ever so slightly in terms of... Oh gosh, he almost took a death there. That was close. But he does have a little bit of help there with his power elixir still.
I think Kay is just gonna have to abandon this run. You just can't fully charge it.
No, it's hell. The soul pillars are the worst. It's honestly, there's other pillars to charge. It's honestly wild that he's charging it.
Hell, even do you even have any fungus left? I was about to say, oh, he has Wungus, even better. So you can just go to a blood pillar if there is one. It's basically free.
This is honestly really cool watching these two fight Mithrix back to back. doing like the exact same things as one another, like in slightly different time. All of those procs, and yeah, and sadly the watch that Ash lost is really hurting her right now. That's giving Jacob the ability to pull away with this.
Yeah. I think realistically the only concern is going to be if they don't skip Mithric's final phase, if anyone get caught up in his rapid fire. Because he definitely has attack speed right now.
True.
Alright, finally finished this soul pillar, did you, Cade?
Ethan finishing up right now, so we'll go and pull him in here, why not? Hey, Ethan.
Hello.
Finished up. How do you feel?
That one was by far the best run that I had. That was a good one to end on. I still don't think that I got anywhere close to the top 3, but
you smoked everyone in terms of like pre-death times.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, like but without any deaths accounted for, you were miles ahead.
Interesting.
You
okay.
lost so much damage, and your fight with Mithrix took a lot longer than everyone else's. But
yeah,
because of those watches, you really gambled on that watch. That was rough.
I didn't think that any of the white items I had accounted for any kind of damage anyway. I figured that like a couple of like a soldier syringe, some mochas and stuff like it didn't matter. The gamble just felt like it was mostly worth it.
Ooh, we just saw Ash take a death there. That's rough. Yeah, Ash losing that watch. I mean, if Ash had kept that watch, I think she could have beaten Jacob, legitimately. I'm assuming she didn't die, of course.
Yeah. Though one of those necessarily means the other.
Yeah, everyone else is was back to back, and you, Ethan, were miles ahead.
Interesting.
You just kind of knew when you had the damage to kill the bosses and went for them early and quick. You were you were following the 5-minute rule like nobody's business.
Yeah, I tried.
And it was kind of going for a while.
Yeah, again, in spite of deaths, you would have easily had a win under your belt.
And then the watch incident of December 16th, 2023 happened.
Yeah, man, I didn't understand what was damaging me. I didn't realize I was standing on a pool of damage.
Oh right, that happened to Ash too. She looked up and just got blasted by a death row.
Looks like Jacob is gonna pull away with the overall win here and the win in this round as well. Which is surprising. I feel like Cayden didn't carry with him a couple of the items that would have helped. He didn't get that poly loot, and he didn't bring with him the crowdfunder, which really kind of hurt his damage output in comparison.
Alright, Jacob just finished his, so maybe you yoink him.
Yep. Yo, Jacob.
Yo.
How you feeling?
That was a clean game of Risk of Rain.
It was indeed. In terms of time without any deaths, Ethan smoked you.
Yeah?
However, he did get deaths, and therefore did not smoke you.
As per usual.
Ashley was also really close. You guys were fighting Mithrix at you started the fight at the same time. You were, oh my gosh, Ashley's going crazy over there. You were fighting Mithrix at the same point in time. You guys were neck and neck. But in the stage just prior, she lost her watch. And so you managed to pull away. She found a poly loot though that you didn't find, which helped her keep up for a while.
Yeah, and
poly loot? Are you kidding me?
A skip. I see. I had to do the pillars.
Yeah, it's true. She had pillars. She lost her watch. She had pillars skip. She had the poly loot. That crowdfunder though put in some serious work.
Yeah, I got it to work, and it's pretty nice.
Oh, it was extremely nice. Cayden also putting in a very good showing here, going to get himself a second place almost certainly.
49. Yeah. The spare drone parts helped a ton.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that you guys. I think everyone but Ethan found it, or did you get rid of yours, Ethan?
Oh, I had the spare drum parts. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it just didn't come out of Mithrix for some reason. You don't currently have them weirdly.
I do in my items collected. Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right. I'm just insane. I remember last stage you benthic balloon disappeared from inventory, so I just thought that happened again.
Oh, gotcha.
Not a lot of watches nor bullets. In Cayden.
Yeah, I will say the thing that caused everyone else to catch up to Ethan a little bit at the end is Ethan absolutely. Oh wait, I'll get Ash here really quick. Here, Ash.
Hey.
Hello.
Your time was very good if you hadn't taken some deaths.
Some random deaths, yeah.
Yeah, man, you really struggle on grandparents.
Yeah.
I mean, those grandparents' death were. I mean, you lost your watch. Legitimately, you and Jacob started the Mithrix fight simultaneously. And like, the first phase ended almost simultaneously. Okay, Cayden wasting all of his attacks while he's invulnerable. Weird.
Weird flex, but okay.
You guys started almost simultaneously, and he brought a crowdfunder, and you brought a pillar skip, which allowed you to catch up to him to get there at the same time. But he still had his watch. Again,
I had 5 armor-piercing rounds as well.
You were the only one to find the poly loop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that kept you in the race for a while. If you still had that watch, there was no chance Jacob could have beat you if you didn't die, of course. But you lost your watches when you died, so.
Did you also see the death from like a random fucking like roly-poly guy?
Yes! Oh no,
it was so sad.
So sad. Ashley killed one of the rolling orb lunar chimera, and then looked up to aim her item, her pillar skip, not realizing she was standing in the pool of fire.
Oh, no.
And that fire does a lot of damage and is surprisingly wide.
Oh, it's it's insane. It rips you apart instantaneously.
I did the same thing and lost 11 delicate watches.
Oh my word.
He blind printed every white into delicate watches.
That's
straight up unhinged behavior.
To be fair though, again, I was saying he was on stage, he was like leaving stage 3 at like 15 minutes. He was miles ahead of you guys. When he had to fight Mithrix with no whites though, he started to fall behind. He still finished before everyone else, but with a ton of deaths. Since Cayden's go ahead and charging this, I'm going to bring him in here now. Cayden!
Heyo!
How you feeling, Cayden?
I did very, very well, Mason. I don't really care if I got first.
You got second, so you still did very well.
Maybe I cared a little if I got first.
Yeah, Jacob pulled ahead of you just a little bit. Actually, to be fair, you're the last to finish.
What?
But Ashley and Ethan both took on a couple of deaths.
Damn.
Ethan finished.
A couple.
Ethan finished first and miles ahead of everyone else.
Damn.
He was on stage 3 at like 15 minutes. He like boss rushed like 2 stages in a row, and he started taking deaths like slowly but surely. But I mean, he found like the perfect items and just kind of rolled with it for a while, and then he printed 11 delicate watches and lost them all. But you know,
that's fair. The temptation was there. I was tempted.
Ashley took on a couple of deaths to that grandparent, which led her to lose some damage output against Mithrix, which ended up losing her the race against Jacob. And Jacob, I mean, he just played a clean game and pulled out the win just ahead of you, just a couple of minutes.
And I don't get any bonus minutes or points for not dying.
I didn't die either.
Yeah, I mean, neither of you did.
We should both get bonus points.
I wouldn't change anything.
I think what I'm learning from this tournament is that Jacob hustled us.
A little bit, maybe.
I had a feeling Jacob's do very well, but
I'm just a gamer.
True, he has gamer blood in his veins, so it makes sense he'd collab most participants.
You get blood out of him, and it's just Mountain Dew.
Oh my god, don't know.
Yeah, where do you think it comes from, silly?
Oh.
I will say there were a couple of plays. Ashley and Jacob, you two staved off like such
A couple
close deaths with those power elixirs. Oh my
I was
god.
definitely thinking that those kind of came in clutch.
Yeah.
Mine did. I have one proc that I literally said out loud, I can't believe that a potion helped me.
Yeah, you ended up, then you tossed two of them to a scrapper right after that.
No, it was before.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like a little bit, like right after these two, I mean, whenever they used theirs. We watched those two get saved by theirs, and we watched him throw yours away, and we're like, oh boy, I wonder if he saw that, if he would have changed his mind about that decision.
Nah.
Did we all get Wungus?
Yes.
And Cayden did, yeah.
Very satisfying.
What did we just say? I feel like I missed it.
The Wungus, did you find it?
Oh, yeah.
The Ice Fate Cell too, I think. Cayden, you found that one too?
Yep.
Okay, so
that was all my damage output.
What about the drone parts? I don't remember where I got those.
I think everyone got those.
Okay, that's good.
Those were on stage 2. Yeah, no,
If
you
I
guys
had a
got
Wungus,
a lot of
maybe.
great items. Yeah, the Wungus would have done a lot of help for you. The safest
I'm really-
stage was also really, really
I'm
good.
really sad that Colonel Droneman stopped my stage 4 skip.
Yeah, that was brutal.
Was there not a red to white converter on the final one? Is there not always?
No, like you mean on the moon?
Yeah.
No, it's not guaranteed.
Okay. I thought I was just missing it, but I was like, because my thought was I had really appreciated having the whatever that like reduce your equipment cooldown. But I was like, between that going against Mithrix, that's not going to proc, and then the Colonel Man was nice, but I was willing to give it up. I really wanted to get 5 whites.
Man, let me tell you, the absolute saddest thing, we were talking about this, you missed it, Cayden, was Ashley killing an orb, a lunar orb, and then aiming her vase at the sky to get up there to do her pillar skip, because she was the only one who found a pillar skip. And not realizing when she aimed up that she was standing in the pool of fire.
Oh,
and dying
that sucks.
to it. It was so bad. It was so sad.
Would that death have made a difference?
That death in particular, no.
Okay.
The other two didn't pull any deaths at all.
Oh, great. That's fair. I was getting there. I was kind of surprised that I wasn't dying.
No, yeah, you were doing really well for a while there, too. Let me tell you, though, Ethan, I don't know if Ethan actually knew this, pulled out the craziest tech, which is not a thing that I thought existed in this game. The Colonel Drone Man, if you die while holding a Colonel Drone Man, you have a chance to spawn a second one when you respawn with the Lazarus Wings.
Ah.
I also saw that. I saw I had 2 Colonel Dronemen at some point.
Yeah, you did it later on when you died later on. Ethan did it in stage, like, 3, I think. So he ended up with 2 drone. I'm like, wait a minute. This guy's cheating.
Oh, I just thought that's how that worked. I just thought there was 2.
He bloody juking the system. He's juking the stats.
He's cheating, ban him.
Legitimately, if you got to the very end and fought Mithrix and did that, that could have, like, you were so far ahead of everyone that you could have used the damage to still pull out a win there with 1 death on these 2. Legitimately. That's how far ahead you were.
Dang.
we were talking about it. We thought it was so, we were like, man, if this guy ever gets a computer that functions, he's a threat.
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I've been charging mine with a potato recently. I got to replace the vinegar in the cell that I made.
Well, in general, what did you guys think? Let me say one thing first, actually, before you get to that. I'm feeling probably a good idea to just, in any future of these, just kind of commit to 3 and not 4.
Yeah, 4 is
Two.
4's a lot.
2 would be fine.
I think 4's a lot for players who don't speedrun, especially.
Yeah.
3 is the perfect amount to have back and forth with the score, I think.
I think 4 is good for that, but
2 would be nicer for time-wise, but I agree. I think the score would not work well.
That's maybe true. Could do 3 rainstorms. 6 hours is just a long time.
It is. That's why I think 3 is better. I think 3 is just a lot better. Also,
how fast do the speedrunners go?
How fast?
How fast? Yeah. I got Huntress Mastery.
Hey, it only took you 4 deaths.
Hey, anyways, continue.
Speedrunners, I mean, they vary widely. Some of their runs end up exactly like any of Ethan's. Like that's definitely not uncommon. Again, they also play on Eclipse 8. But yeah, I mean, they have any normal amount of like time spans. Like they go from you know, like just over 30 minutes to roughly an hour, anywhere in that time frame usually.
I should know if there's gonna be like they're like always getting sub 15 minutes.
No. No, not at all. Like that when they're actually speedrunning, like they'll get that sometimes, but usually not. That's, literally what the time, like 15 minutes is insane. 15 minutes is absolutely crazy. 15 minutes are like the some of the speedrun times.
So the current match fastest speed is 8 minutes 38 seconds.
For who?
That's for Xenon 1.
Sorry, I meant which survivor?
Huntress.
Oh wow. Is it Gauntlet?
I don't know what that means.
That should be a category. It's not super important. Either way, can I also say
any percent?
Any percent? Okay, that's a little different. Can I also say absolutely insane? Every single race that we played to completion had a grandparent fight as the boss.
Yeah,
I did enjoy
that irritated me so much.
And it sucked.
It's grandparents all the way down.
If it makes you guys feel any worse, the Artificer didn't.
Yeah,
what was the boss the Artificer would have had?
Soulless unit.
Okay.
I'd rather fight grandparents, I think.
No,
yeah, I think same.
At least.
What do you supposed when they do their like and they like buzz everything and everything hurts? How do you stop that?
Leave?
You run. You just
just
get out of
leave?
there.
You
just
either
exit.
A, get really far away, or B, like you just get out of line of sight because it's just like
I don't believe that.
They have like you literally just hide in shadow. Like they light up everything, and if you're standing in like the bright light section, you're taking damage.
I think I was behind things and still dying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The terrain is sometimes not real, but that's the general way to get away from it.
Well, and the other thing too is, that effect? It doesn't quite end when they die? Question mark?
It puts burn on you.
Oh, it was the stacks of burn still killing me.
Yes.
Okay. I died as captain and was like, I don't understand he was dead.
Yeah.
I regret to inform you, fire does not immediately dissipate when the arsonist dies.
Should.
Oh man.
What a different world we live in if someone starts a fire and instead of put it out, you hunt down the person who made it to kill him.
Yeah, easy. And it should actually undo the damage. When you die, all fires you started are
like
retroactively deleted.
Like a magical girl anime where everyone they kill the monsters and the sunlight pours down and all the dead people come back to life and the buildings get fixed.
Yes, exactly, precisely.
So yeah, anyway, what did you guys think? How did you guys enjoy that in a general sense?
Yeah.
The answer is yes. I am so tired.
I think I normally get like 1 or 2 games of Risk of Rain and like I'm good. Granted, they're generally a bit longer. And I think also playing solo is, I think in a general sense, less fun. But I also think I really enjoyed the competitive aspect and actually learning how Risk of Rain works.
Right. I think it was a learning experience for a lot of that.
That's true.
There's so many things where I really just leaned on you, Mason. I just let you handle it, and I just don't think that hard about it.
We play almost exclusively multiplayer.
Could we do a co-op one of these?
We totally could. You could do co-op where you both play together, or there's co-op where like you both play simultaneously on different. Like you're in a call together. You play simultaneously, and like so one of you can find an item and tell them where they are in the same scene and run.
Pretty funny.
Oh.
That one's pretty neat. I've seen that one done before.
I definitely enjoyed this. I think that I need to practice more and maybe get a better computer at some point when I have money. Right. I think that's the biggest thing. But I genuinely did have a good time. I think the competitive aspect was fun, and I think that I don't know. I feel like I had a good mindset going in. There were, man, that captain run. That was the only time that I was like, God, let this end, please.
Yeah, the captain run sucked. It was bad, which is wild. I feel like I'm good at captain normally. Like I feel like captain's a great character.
Oh, captain's great.
And you get such crazy items with captain too. Like captain had such wild, like starting items. But he, like, if you didn't get a feather, especially during that one, Ash, and that was just the end.
Yeah.
Well, hey, congratulations, Jacob, for pulling out in our very first event a win after hustling everyone.
Yep.
As it should be.
Let me post my PayPal into the Discord.
Jacob did not clean sweep, if that's what you're about to ask.
I was about to ask that, and I think I answered my own question.
Yes, Cayden pulled out a win in the captain race, which is actually funny because captain is Jacob's character and huntress is Cayden's.
So when you think about it, because of Jacob's overall skill level and the fact that I won using his favorite character, I won the real contest in our hearts.
Hey guys, can I admit something?
No.
Yeah.
When I said what my best characters were, I just changed the best and worst.
That's true. He swapped them. They were.
I literally sent that and then sent Mason a message that said, "Ignore that. It's actually the opposite. Here it is." That's one of those mind games. That's when people were picking Artificer. I was like, "Yeah, look, I said it was my favorite. I'm so good at Artificer."
Oh, that's funny.
Remember all the times I played Artificer?
I don't remember you playing a ton of Railgun or a Bandit either, though.
I like both of those.
Oh, those are her favorites for sure.
Is this a double fake out where it's actually none of these characters? And you're just setting us up for round 2?
I think I was going to put like Void Fiend. I thought Void Fiend I would like less good in single player, where I don't get the cream of the crop with the items.
Mm-hmm.
I think Void Fiend's really fun when it's really easy to get stupidly overpowered and just get like crit and attack speed and you just win.
Right.
You see someone next to you and they detessellate.
Yeah, I think here's my other question then. Are people interested in a modified, we maybe take a few steps to reduce how many runs we do, maybe I curate which runs so we're not fighting grandparents every single race. Will people be interested in a second one of these at some point?
Yeah.
Yes.
I said potentially, yeah.
I think so, just not like super soon.
That's fair.
We get a post to the final scores.
Sure. And so here are the final times. We had Jacob with 47 minutes. Cayden with 53 minutes. Ashley with 70 minutes. And Ethan with 118. Which leaves us to our final scores. We had Ethan bring up the rear with a sad but understandable with those specs, 0 points. Ashley with a respectable 4. Cayden with an impressive 6. And Jacob taking the win and the whole event with 10 full points. Well done, everybody. That was a ton of fun to record and to edit, and I hope everyone who stumbled upon it also enjoyed watching it. I promise in any future videos to improve the quality of some facets of the recordings. For a majority of the people there, that was their first time using OBS, and it was my first time editing with this software. And maybe one of my first times editing in general, if you really think about it. But either way, thanks for watching. And maybe join us next time for a race between Alex and myself.